kids. You're watching the Saturday morning special on Sometime Plays.
What's really poppin', friends? Good morning. My name is Joey. Sometimes I play games, and sometimes I play them after a thrilling karaoke dance party last night. Good morning. Welcome to the Saturday morning special, where we are now taking our talents from both the Backyard Baseballs from 97 and 01 to Backyard Baseball 03. Let me adjust my mic here so it's within nice shouting distance. And, kind of hang out here for a little bit while all the early birds get over here. And we're going to start a season series with, Sorry, just trying to get my test screen up and going. And wait for what I had a breakfast. I made an effort to make a hot breakfast this morning. I had some sausage, eggs, and toast because I think Raisin Bran isn't necessarily a brand name, because I think all the major cereal players have a form of Raisin Bran. I had Raisin Bran the other day for breakfast because I was in the house, and it might have been like, I might have had the most depressing day as a result. So never again. Okay. So with this being 03, we do have some different pro players from 01. In addition to that, we also are going to have totally different voice actors. I wanted to play this because I was watching Backyard Belladonna play 03, and I never had 03 growing up. So I know it's essentially the same game from 01, from 97. Well, it's basically 01 polished up more, and with some updated pro kids. I got some taffy here. So yeah, very sus noises if you're just joining in. So, dang, Reggie's section so lanky. We're gonna do a season. I'm gonna call it Coach Big Joey style. Morning, Chase. Yeah, I know all the voices are different in this one. Does anyone know why? I mean, obviously they're different voice actors, but was it like a contract thing? Was it a change of company thing? I don't know. Alright, what stadium do we want? Let me finish this last piece of taffy. Actually, you know what? Wow. You know what? I'm not even kidding. The company that makes this taffy is called Steels. It's in Ocean City, New Jersey, and we're on Steel Stadium. I think we just got big Steel. It's pathetic you only got 6 options. You think it was just them trying something new? I mean, those voice actors would carry over to the console, I think. Okay. Guys, had to finish that piece off there. As much as I like playing with the backyard team names, I really don't like how limited we are. I can't pick the monsters because then we would have to have... That would be different. That would be me playing as the little monsters. Hold on, I'm trying to make this screen look a little better. Okay, that's slightly better than it was before. I could just pick Phillies, but then it's just like, I don't know, playing as the pro teams are so boring. In my opinion, red monsters, oh my goodness. We're gonna be... Aw, there's no rockets in this game. We just were the Wombats. We're gonna be humongous Hornets. I'm just playing around with colors right now. Like, being limited to 6 is really bogus. But yet again, you guys saw what was on the thing, right? No, it's tradition. We gotta be a backyard team. We'll be the mighty. Huh, that's interesting. Did you see when it went to green, it picked that? We'll be the white, the white melon heads. All right, white melon heads it is. Well, I never noticed the rockets were gone. I think in 01 and 03 they changed a lot of it, I think, because of the fact that they had all the pro teams in there. That's just my guess. Because you guys were saying the other day, oh yeah, the monsters are definitely in Backyard Baseball. But I don't think they were in 97. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. All right, we're going to be the white melon heads. Wait, no, we can't. You know why we can't? Because white and green are the color of the monsters. I also love, I didn't learn until I really researched this game, that this is just dirt yards, that this is just Cement Gardens Part 2, and that this is Ekman Acres, this is Playground Commons. Yeah. And they could have, it was a missed opportunity. They could have given a field to any other kid but Pablo. Pablo doesn't need a home stadium. Ooh, I actually kind of like this. It's Lakers colors, but sure. Let's be the Hornets with yellow and purple. As soon as the little Hornets. Or do we want blue? The yellow red's kind of different. I don't want to get accused of being a Lakers fan. I'm gonna be yellow and red. All right. So I'm gonna tell you right now, there are a few kids I already have planned on being picked out. So, we already know, right off the bat, who the first pick goes to. Oh, she's got a different voice. Well, they all are going to have a different voice. Why is just one mic? Oh, that's me. Okay, that's me talking. Okay, cool. You're welcome, Gretch. And the chant's going to keep going because the second player we're picking... Hello, that sounds nothing like Jimmy Rollins, by the way. Jimmy Rollins, the MVP from 2007. My favorite all-time Philly. So he had to be on there. That was one of the reasons why I wanted to pick up and play this game, because the Phillies actually get a cool representative in Jimmy Rollins, unlike in 01 where they get... Okay, now I wanted to pick Jocinda because I know we've been really ripping on her for not being the real MVP. Let's put her in there.
Oh, you want to pick Jocinda?
That sounds like a guy.
I'm Jocinda, and you know you're gonna pick me.
Wow, okay. How's the volume, everyone? Chase, let me know if anything's too low or too high. But we're gonna pick Jocinda. I read to read these cards too. Jacinda is one of the best contact hitters in the league. Solid with the glove, her all-around athletic skills make her a player, even though she's slow as butt. This kid can play all the positions, Ayo, and put her on your team. You'll be calling her MVP too. We'll see about that. Hey, Jamon.
Good going.
Oh. Yeah, I want to try and mix it up a little bit here, but I think we have to pick. If we're using his backyard, we have to pick Ernie.
Can I be on your team?
Hey, yo, why he sound like that?
Can I, huh? Can I?
Ernie can hit, Ernie can run, Ernie can catch, Ernie can play a mean first base. The only thing Ernie can't do, apparently, is find a pair of pants that fit his long legs. Believe it or not, he thinks his jokes are funny. Humor him. Well, you guys humor me, so let's
Does that mean I get to play?
let's humor Ernie. Okay. We a couple of you said one of you said pick the Twins,
Ashley and I are pretty good baseball players.
and we did not pick both of them last time. Dimitri was actually on my mind, Chase.
Sydney and I are pretty good baseball players.
And this is the perk of being on the stream earlier. J-Mond, if you have one, feel free to recommend it. Ernie is Kevin Hart, basically, yeah. Except that he's tall. So yeah, I was thinking Dimitri.
It is your destiny to pick me. You have chosen wisely.
Oh, he sounds weird too. All right, we got 2 spots left. Tater's here. All right. So hold on, we got 2 left. Tater and J-Mon, I'll let you each pick one more. Go ahead. Yeah, you guys can pick one. That's who we have right now. J-Mon says, create a kid or a pro. Well, we already got Jimmy Rollins, but I wouldn't be against picking one more pro. If there's like a pro here who played on the Phillies at some point, I'll pick him. Well, actually, we didn't pick the Phillies. We picked the Hornets anyway. I thought about picking the Phillies, but I just like playing. Oh, Jim Thome is here. Jim Thome. Yeah, you know what? All right, we're going to pick Jim Thome.
I can hit the ball really far.
Jim Thome does not sound like that at all.
Excellent.
They made him like his adult voice doesn't even sound like that. All right, Tater, you get the last pick, Tater. Ronnie, you want Ronathan? All right, we're gonna get Ronathan.
I'm good.
Yeah, that totally sounds like him.
Oh boy.
Oh, his birthday's my sister's. All right. So here we are, the Little Hornets. Yo, Jim Thome looks like a monster back there. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, Jim Thome. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. But there's our team right there. He looks like a house. He does look like a house. Oh my goodness. If anyone's wondering why it's just me and why we're not doing the why Tanya and all them aren't here, I find that we'll still have them in here, but I find that the stream doesn't last as long and I get kind of more exhausted having to do a play-by-play for you guys instead of chatting. So there's our, come on mouse. All right. I didn't read each card, so yeah, don't let Ronnie's small size fool you. He can pack quite a wallop if he gets the right pitch. He's also not too shabby in the pitching department. One word of advice, he prefers not to play with Sally. We know that. The bro, how are his dimensions different in the picture? Right, check his birth certificate. Like, I am 12. How are his dimensions that significantly different? That's actually pretty disturbing. But Jim Thome, again, you guys know I'm a Philly guy. Jim Thome, absolute gentleman, and he was great in Philly and everywhere in his career. The Tominator is a big guy with a big swing, but don't let his size fool you. He still does well as a base runner, and he has pretty good range in the infield. Jim has a good eye at the plate and likes to pound pitches into the right field bleachers. Okay. So we got Jimmy Rollins. Jimmy Rollins, my all-time favorite Philly. I saw his first major league game by kind of on a whim. My dad, was one morning he woke me up and he said, "Yeah, do you want to go to the Phillies game today?" And that was back when you can just like go in there and pay like $5 for general admission. He isn't the biggest kid on the field. He has some serious pop and routinely hits the ball to all parts of the field. He is a switch hitter. He's got good speed on the base path and above average range at shortstop. Well, that's where he's going to play. And then we got the two twins. Do they have anything different in their cards? The other half of the famous Weber twins, Sydney, is a solid pitcher with enough stamina to play a doubleheader. Nice. With great vision, she always knows where the ball will go. And they say two heads are better than one. Pair her with Ashley. Ernie can hit. We already read his. Aw.
Okay, so my name's Gretchen. Gretchen Hasselhoff? Yeah!
This little Jabbermouth is one of the best slow-mo pitchers in the league, plus she gets nice movement on her hooks. Not the strongest throwing arm in the field, and in fact probably the weakest because she tends to get too excited when the ball comes her way.
I was reading like baseball because it's fun and like you just running around the bases and stuff. That isn't really small, which isn't do that much, but I still like run around.
You guys knew we were gonna pick Gretch like that. That was like, that's non-negotiable. This one.
Hey there, I'm Jacinda.
Squash head.
Basketball's my favorite sport, but baseball's cool too.
So-
What's your favorite sport?
I like how they ask us. Yeah, Jocinda, why did her voice, was it Chase, you were saying that they sound like toddlers and not their actual age. Yeah, Jocinda sounds like she regressed. She had, Cassick's here, hey Cassick. Jocinda had like that tomboy voice going on, but I guess, I don't know, they wanted to make her more girly, but she doesn't even sound like, I don't know, she just sounds strange, but we had to give Squash Head a shot. Alright, the other half of the they say the same thing. Ashley's a smart hitter with exceptional stamina and a crafty pitcher. Her great vision makes her hard to strike out. She seems to excel with her sister Sydney, and they're really butt juice when they're apart. We got Dimitri this time. Dimitri is the undisputed brain of the game, knows every aspect of baseball, missed 13 games one season after a painful slide rule accident. Oh man, don't expect a lot of innings out of this kid. Too much exercise wears the poor guy out. Yeah, he's a thick guy. He's a thick boy. And then Ronathan, we know he doesn't want to play with Sally. And then, yeah, once again, like, his nose, his head, everything just changes. Yeah, maybe he hit puberty way too early. So, we're going to be on the road to start off. They actually have Ernie on the mound, and this is nice. We get some boosts here. Dimitri should be the first baseman because he has no throwing ability. Now, Jim Thome did play third base in his career. Gretchen is just the go-to shortstop. Her arm is way too weak. Jocinda in center field, absolutely not. Give me Ash. I know they talk about wanting to play in the infield so they don't wear their arm out. Actually, let me see here. Give me Jocinda in left, and let's try this out. Okay, so this is definitely a different type of team we're doing here. Jimmy Rollins has to lead off. He's always been a leadoff hitter. We'll put Gretchen in 2, Thome in 3rd. Is Dimitri our cleanup hitter? He might be. We're sitting behind him, Ernie. Well, the Weber twins should probably be in the middle somewhere. Yeah, let's try that. Let's try that. It's game 1. We're playing against the... Oop. We're playing against the Cleveland baseball team.
Hello, baseball fans! I'm Sunny Day, and joining me is my pal, Vinny the Goose.
Now let's see if we have any issues with them talking. They're still going to get annoying after a certain point, but...
It's my job, Vinny. Now it's my turn. This afternoon will feature a fierce competition between the Little Hornets and the Cleveland Indians.
Canceled.
Do you know how many stitches are in a baseball?
Lots. Now, one of the reasons... Alright, I'm actually going to turn off them again because they get annoying, and on top of that, they just don't have that same synergy. And also, remember last time in 97, how much the game lagged. But also because, from what I've heard, the player jeers, some of them get pretty funny.
Let's play ball!
Yes, let's. Ah, it's the braids era of Jimmy Rollins. So there was a brief... There was a brief time where Jimmy Rollins had braids and also wore the number 6. It used to be Doug Glanville wore 6. Then Doug Glanville went to another team. Got traded back to the Phillies, so he wanted number 6 back. And then Rollins went back to number 11, and then Ryan Howard came around. Why does he look like... Why does his head look like it was colored with a highlighter? It's like translucent for some reason, and you can see his hair. Great start. Oh, they got Stephanie at catcher. That's a mistake. So wait, they have both Du Bois Diamond and Ekman Akers in here? So good morning, guys. How are you? Now that we're set up, I can kind of chat a little bit more. Because Dimitri's underrated. I think he always has been. But football is where he really came to shine. And again, I should have the MVP chance on for Jimmy, too. He's safe. That's bull crap. Come on, Gretch. Come on, Gretch. Let's go, Gretch. Nice hustle. All right, we'll take it. The new pro players in 2003 just look different for some reason. Well, I'm sure... Dang! Dang, that man. That's a big man, and he always has been. He has always been a big dude, but my goodness. I don't know, did Jim Tomey ever win MVP? We know he's a Hall of Famer. 600 plus home runs and just a class. No steroids. Someone said PU. No steroids, no scandals. Just always been a class gentleman. Poop. In fact, in 05, Backyard Baseball, he's the Phillies representative. All right, nice little opposite field swing. That kid launched a meter, yep. Oh, on the, where there was the, I didn't notice, I noticed it, but I didn't notice it.
Prepare to be pummeled.
Yeah, I'm surprised that they didn't make Dimitri, I guess because, I mean, let's face it, everyone likes offense, everyone likes home runs. Excuse me, but for one kid who would be a great pitcher from context perspective would be Dimitri, because a lot of people compared him to Trevor Bauer in real life because of the, like, stats and metrics and all that stuff. I don't know about the legal aspect of things, but... Yeah, even Tomey looks different. You're right. I guess because, I mean, with any pre-existing pro player, they could just move the data over. Right? I mean, I guess that's how it works. All right, we got speed at third, but not so much on the bases or at the plate. All right. But, okay, come on. All right, so Ernest Steele. I didn't even really pick a pitcher. I was going to do a creative player until I saw that Jim Tomey was in the game. And my original plan was actually to be the Phillies. But that guy, Roy, shout out to Roy, is a Mets fan, I think, and a Knicks fan, because during the karaoke party last night, he said, hey, the Knicks are winning, and I'm like, okay, cool, I don't care. Not to be disrespectful to him, but I'm just like, I'm a Philly fan. Like, you're not going to get me excited about a New York team winning. Oh, Ruth was my grandmom's name. She's dead. I had a, don't use power with Jacinda, it's abysmal. I'll keep that in mind. I think because when we were younger, because, for instance, Pablo, anyone who had a, wow, hold on, Kasich, you're onto something. Let's look at all the kids out there, right? Now look at Jimmy and look at Jim Tomey. Both of them are new players in this game, in the franchise, and where they had this weird, like, translucent thing going on with their hats, but no one else is affected by that. What's weird is that Soccer 04 uses the Baseball 03 Pro theme, but MLS Edition has its own. I liked the, music for soccer. What I don't like is that they use Comic Sans for the pitcher here. But Ernie, an underrated pitcher. But yeah, I think Dimitri should have a full pitching thing. Yeah, what I was saying is because when we were kids, I think because of Pablo and Ahmed, we associated that the 4 batting points meant home runs. So we kind of made power and batting interchangeable. So that's what until 2005, which we will play as well. We're gonna keep playing because you guys are having a great time. I'm having a great time, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. 05 is when they finally split it between contact and power, and in fact, it was interesting because they nerfed Pablo with his power. Yeah, Ernie was always my closer too. But we know our closer is at second base. Nice. Yo, he does sound like he'd be like a young Kevin Hart. Like, his voice really sounds like it. I know in Backyard Baseball for Game Boy, which I don't think will play on the channel just because it won't be entertaining at all. Well, maybe if you guys find entertaining, maybe. You know, we can emulate it. Actually, wait, I might have it somewhere because I found my Game Boy Advance the other day. But anyway, in that game, you do get your player, if you pick a pro player to play on his team. So, like, if we pick the Phillies and Jimmy Rollins will get a boost every single day. But not in this game. I tried it the other day. I saw other people get massive buffs in 05 for no reason. Yeah, Ernie got a major buff. Ricky got the all-time buff. And you know what? I mean, cool, because nobody was going to pick Ricky. Ernie still made sense because I thought he was one of the older kids in the game. But definitely with him being a big fella, it makes sense that he would have that strength. I was up till 10 because of my brother's hockey game. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I mean, did it go well? I need to go to... I want to go to a Flyers game in one of the Canadian cities. It's easier to pick up the ball in this 03 version, I feel like. Oh, she's pitching well. They won 5-3. Nice. Was there an empty net goal at any point? Because if you're a gambling person, which you shouldn't be, those empty net goals could really ruin your over/under bet. Nice. Nice sound on the swing by Ronathan. Let's just see what kind of throw she does. Ah, she cut it off. Okay. I don't know why they have Stephanie back there. All right, Jimathan. Now we can have this play for him too because it applies. Now Jimmy had some serious pop in his bat. He was a great power hitting shortstop, but I think he got addicted to hitting for power. There we go. Because he hit 30 home runs one year, the year that he won MVP. We'll keep Ronnie there. Ronathan Davidan, I like it. But now the real MVP. You want to swing for power? I forgot how Gretchen performed in 05. I know they gave her braces and a cell phone, which was really smart. okay. Who said PU? PU. How about that? Oh, a mean hook at the end.
I didn't even get a piece of it or anything.
Your brother was in net that game. Okay, I mean, 3 surrendered goals. I mean, that's not bad. Not bad at all. Kept the team in the game. Hey, yo, Gretch.
Your batting stance is illogical.
You want thick boy?
Let's go.
Ah, no surprise. No surprise she has a cold day. Ah, she's facing off her crush. Hey, Ernie, here. Remember, you know, if you want a girl to like you, you have to pick on her. So here, let's try hitting her. Try beaming her with a left hook. Close.
Oh, strike out now.
Oh, if he picks on you, it means he likes you.
It appears the batter is having
Ah, they're not letting me hit her in the face. Close your batting stance. All right, well, I'm not afraid of you, so. That's the Stephanie we know.
Already.
Y'all couldn't hit your way out of a paper
It
plane.
appears the batter is having some difficulty.
Yeah.
Let's go, yellow.
What a jeer that is. It appears the batter is having some difficulty. Tiffany Bosworth, more like Tiffany.
That's really your best?
Right? Who's calling for mommy? Oh, it's probably Ronnie. Why is he calling for mommy randomly?
XYZ. PDQ.
Get your red hot.
Nice.
You out.
The kids might actually say something if you hit them with a pitch. It won't let you.
There's the name.
I feel like if Jim Tomey fell on somebody, like,
We want a
they would be crushed. The other team pulled the goalie last minute. Yeah, you gotta. You have to. All friends of mine who they've never watched hockey, and they're like, wait, what are they doing? I'm like, oh, they're trying to get an extra attacker.
Now you shall witness the true power of science.
Yes, we shall. In my season, Ahmed got hit. Oh, wow. Did they actually get first base? Well, I know there's been balls that have hit our kid, and they're just like, they become translucent, apparently, after that. Yeah, it's much easier to pick up the ball in this game. That was infuriating on Tuesday. I know you all were here for that. That was infuriating. Because it's like, I not only did I have to time the pitch, I had to time the lag as well. I knocked my mic over. I wonder how much it's got to suck for, like, Kimmy. There's this whole game happening in your backyard and you're not even, like, a part of it. Like, why did the parents allow that? Even though, like, it says the mom will, like, make you cookies. This is really a unique team. No Pablo, no Pete, but, you know, I always want to give everybody something different. Ugh, yeah, she has a weird squash head, man. I mean, I probably shouldn't be body shaming fictional children, but, you know, who am I to say anything? No, I'm a handsome fella. I had sausage, toast, and eggs for breakfast. Like I said earlier, having Raisin Bran the other day, it was the most depressing day after that. Like, it's just basically a box of mid. Mommy's not here. There we go.
Tell them old Ernie still run you up.
Oh, I thought you said devil worshipping. I thought you said devil worship thing. I'm like, no, 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 no. We are quitting this game right now. Ernie's got some movement going on. Yeah, 2 bagels. 2 bagels are better than 1, that's for sure. I just, after having that Raisin Bran, I was so... Because, like, alright, a hot breakfast is where it's at. But we don't have time, and I guess a bagel kind of counts. But when I think hot breakfast, I think of, like, cooking something from raw to edible. And I was going to go out and, you know, pick up something from, like, a nearby diner, but the Saturday morning special... I don't want to delay that. I thought about making a Trey Ash. I do not believe that Ernie has this as a pedestal for a hat. It is really taking up, like, what, 10% of his head?
I'm pitching.
Yeah, we know. I think that's why Ernie might be such a great pitcher, because he doesn't take things really seriously. He just keeps lobbing them. Alright, the 2 MVPs are there to help out. Yay. Alright, we're not getting a lot of runs, but I mean, we're making good contact and things like that. Now, with Ekman Acres, I mean, do we consider that a pitcher's park? Because one of the nice things about Ekman Acres, and I guess Du Bois Diamond in this game too, is that they're very... This and Parks Department Field are very balanced fields. Oh, I just realized why there's only 6 custom teams, because they assign each one of those teams to a division. That's still stupid, though. That's still dumb. Good morning, everyone watching either on Twitch or YouTube or Kick. We're going to be playing multiple games. Don't worry. This is not a one-game stream. You know, I see what you, the people, want. Thank you if you joined the karaoke dance party last night. I played it back. There were a little bit of audio issues that we were trying to fix. Like, there's a slight delay between my voice and when OBS registered it. So, no, it's not me not being able to stay on rhythm. It just sounded strange.
Which team am I again?
Ekman is the 2nd largest field. Yeah, I thought so. What do you guys prefer in general? Do you prefer pitchers parks or hitters parks? Like Citizens Bank Park is a hitters park. I've been to, how many stadiums have I been to now? I've been to Philly, obviously, DC, Boston, Baltimore, both California ones. I think that's it. I miss Trey Ash too. I wanted to make Trey Ash, but it's not the same without the hairpiece. And the custom kit sprites, you only get, you know, the generic NPC skins. Crap. So, I can't make Trey Ash. And if I did, I know 03 has that glitch for the custom kids. But even with that glitch, I'd still have to make Trey Ash speed of, like, 1. I would, if anything, Trey Ash would be this, like, phenomenal pitcher. But, yeah, I miss Trey Ash, too. And I was thinking about making him, but there's no... He needs that hairpiece. The hairpiece is what makes Trey Ash, and they don't have the hairpiece in this game. If they did, believe me, Trey Ash is the first pick. Well, no, after Gretchen, of course. I think, I mean, yeah, hitters parks are fun, I guess, for, you know, obviously more offense and stuff like that. Ew, why a fart on me like that? That wasn't just a spitball, that was a fart ball. That was like a wet dookie ball. It was like that. And shout out to everyone if you did watch the highlights from Tuesday. I know Tater watched it. Yeah, I just thought that was probably one of the most memorable games played, period, on this channel was Game 3 of that championship series, because we got shut out the game before. We were still dealing with that lag. And Angela, like, if that were a real-life game, Angela performed one of the most gutsy games ever by pitching the shutout and then hitting that solo home run, which, yeah, it was still a... Is that a homer? No, it's not. Up, bad throw. Let me ask you this, because I know... Hello, South Florida man. Hey. Fuchs, Trey Ash make a stud. No, well, that's the thing. Trey Ash would have been like a, he would have been like, I was going to make him a pitcher. I was going to make him like a power hitting pitcher. He would still be slow as dirt. Up, Jimmy Poppins. Jimmy Poppins. If you're a Phillies fan, you know who Jimmy Poppins is. Hey, yo, why Stephanie die like that? Was she trying to get Ernie to run her over at the plate? Twas quite a game, I must declare. It was a great game. It was a great game, and I'll make more of those if you guys find like a memorable game. I thought about doing it for these. They don't take that long because I just do the result pitches. With Gretchen, I find she needs to be open or closed. If she's squared, she doesn't really produce much results. Opposite field. Okay. South Florida man, do you have like another moniker to you prefer to be referred to? I'll just call you South Florida man. My pastor's about, he's in his late 50s, I believe, but he has a lot of you know, young kids in his family. So they let him in on all the trends, and he found out about when you Google the term Florida man, you'll find all sorts of fun stuff. Let's put the bat on her shoulders here. All right, that's fine, that's fine. And again, if you're new, I am not clicking on that screaming line drive. What do you think this is? All right, fouled it off, okay. You can just Florida man, okay. It saves me a little bit of time. I always like to call people what they prefer to here. There we go, Gretch! Fantastic. What is your least favorite in the Big Four? Okay, give me a second to think of it. Well, baseball, it's the Mets and the Braves. But I prefer the Braves over the Mets. If it's like, if both of them were facing off for the league championship series, I go for the Braves. So the Mets are number one for MLB. For NFL, it's Cowboys. NBA, that's a good question. NBA, it used to be the Heat. We face Boston a lot, and it always ends badly. So I think Boston. And then NHL, because I don't follow NHL as much, it has to be the Devils, probably. The Penguins. The Penguins are the big, Phooey! The big, No, no. Jim told me you did just fine picking baseball, trust me. Let me bring this down a little bit. There's a little gap at the bottom there. There we go. That was bugging me. And then MLS, I don't know. The Heat, well, back because of the Big Three. When it was the Big Three and everyone just started glazing the Heat, I couldn't stand them. Dimitri, what are you doing? But I do like the Heat now because of Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler, that is one of the all-time biggest mistakes in Philly sports history is letting Jimmy Butler go. I would have, because I know they did a sign-and trade, but I would have, if I was the GM, I would just, all right, look, here, you're getting the max deal. What else do you need? You want a different coach? You want Ben Simmons gone? Bet. So the Heat, I don't mind as much now with Jimmy Butler. When everyone was glazing them during the Big Three era, and then, like, you know. Oh, wrong throw. So a lot of times, too, it's the fan. It depends on the fans. Like I've heard, let's say like with the Dallas Cowboys, for instance, I've heard from people who've attended games in Dallas that the locals are the nicest people you'll meet. It's the non-Dallas, non-Texas Cowboys fans that ruin it for everybody. Especially when you're in a city there's a team already. And you might say,
"Oh, Joey, it's just sports. Why can't anyone be a fan of whatever team they want to be a fan of?"
It's like, that's true, but I find that here, sometimes in Philly, it's almost cool to not like the teams because they lose. How's the Sixers fan first? A is my all-time favorite. Yep, AI, man. Tenacious. And that's why I like Jimmy Butler so much, because I mean, they're still two different players, but Jimmy Butler had that assassin attitude that AI had. And the Sixers, for whatever reason, were so stuck on Ben Simmons. I don't even think Brett Brown was the problem. I think it was Brett Brown and Ben Simmons collectively. And lo and behold, we traded away Ben Simmons. We could have still had Jimmy Butler. Trying to think. I mean, the Yankees get on my nerves. Yankees fans get on my nerves. I used to really dislike the Rockies because the Rockies knocked out the Phillies in 07 in the playoffs. I really didn't like the Rockies for a while.
The true power of science.
The Astros I don't like. The Astros, depending on who the players are, like the players that came up after that whole scandal, they're fine. Ben Simmons, all-time weight. It's horrible. It's horrible, and the guy didn't want to get better. And let me tell you this. As much crap as Philly fans get, we wanted to see Simmons and Markelle Fultz succeed. Like we were cheering for, you know, Ben Simmons take the jump shot. You know, the Red Sea parted when Ben Simmons had the ball. Markelle Fultz, you know, like we're here for you. You know. Fart ball. Hey, Sigil. Meanwhile, Brewer fans want players intentionally injured and their players wait in a parking lot to fight. Yep, right? I heard about that. Jeff Bagwell are too cool. My least favorite team, NFL team's Packers. No, I'm actually cool. Well, you know what it is, Kasich, with the Astros also? When the Astros were still in the National League and they had that, I don't know what you call that era of their, like, logo. The Jeff Bagwell, Craig Biggio era. They would always be a thorn in the Phillies' sides. There was a couple years when, like, the wild card, both teams were still in it, and the Astros would just be a buzzsaw. But I always liked that logo, and I did like, you know, Jeff Bagwell and Craig Biggio. You know, they're great players. Yeah, I heard about that. Someone waiting in the parking lot. That sounds like something off of, like, Arrested Development or something. Like a player actually waiting in the parking lot. Tater, your least NFL favorite team is the Packers. So are you a Bears fan or a Lions fan? I know, Kasich, you said you're a Seahawks fan, which I'm cool with. In fact, my buddy Steph, who is from, he's from Haiti. He was born in Haiti, but he came to the United States when he was a real young kid, lived in New York, so the Yankees are his favorite baseball team. Then he moved to Philly. The Seahawks are his favorite team because his favorite player growing up was Shaun Alexander, so he's still a Seahawks fan. And he sees that I always use that clip of Pete Carroll nonstop. Oh no! Oh no! Across the channel. And, you know, I still remember, I'll pause really quickly because I think it's safe to say if you guys all remember Super Bowl 49, if you watched it live, you remember exactly where you were and exactly how you reacted when Malcolm Butler intercepted the ball. I was staying at, I was visiting Penn State for something. I was already graduated, but I was staying at a friend's house and I watched it and I remember jumping, like, not even like cheering. It was just like, how in the world did that just happen? And the only theory that makes sense to me, and it still doesn't make sense, was for whatever reason they didn't want Marshawn Lynch winning the Super Bowl MVP. And if that is in fact what it was, they really should be ashamed of themselves. But that clip of Pete Carroll, I feel so bad. Oh no! Oh no! He is a great coach, and I'll take him on the Eagles in a heartbeat. I would take Pete Carroll as the head coach of the Eagles in a heartbeat. You know, just like, you know, that nightmare. You can't hit reset. You can't rage quit. But it always comes to my mind when I say, oh no. And I love the fact that we use it across all the games we play now. All right, sorry, catch up on the chat. Yeah, Terry, you're a Bears fan. Okay, cool. Toronto, NFL, Minnesota, NBA boss. Yeah, my uncle is in Minnesota. So I've said, because even though he's from Philly, he's actually spent more of his life in Minnesota, so he's become an all Minnesota fan. But he'll try to catch if, like, the Phillies are in town. So what's your take on Jalen Hurts? He's a gentleman. He's my quarterback. I just think it comes down to this. Doug Peterson should still be the coach of the Eagles. I know he's struggling in Jacksonville right now, but that whole mess. Doug Peterson, think of it this way. How many NFL coaches won a Super Bowl like over a decade ago? Mike Tomlin, John Harbaugh, and even Pete Carroll for a while, and they basically got to be the coach for life. Doug Peterson earned that treatment, but they had some sort of weird fallout with Carson Wentz, Jalen Hurts, Jeff Lurie, and all this, and it was a bunch of... It's embarrassing. That's not what... It's Philly people doing Philly things. But I still love Jalen Hurts. I think he can be the guy. He is the guy. But they're going to have to, at some point, you can only do so many tush pushes, and you can only run so much. But Jalen Hurts is my guy. Now, I will admit, I have not been watching as many live sporting events ever since becoming an SJPer, which I'm perfectly okay with. I find that, and look, there's a place for sports and entertainment, but the stress, like, even with the Phillies getting knocked out recently, I wasn't even sure if I want to watch the game because of just even, like, when you win, okay, there's the highs and lows, but all that stress, that feeling in your stomach. I'm a Montreal Seahawks, Heat, Phillies fan. Cassick, I like you. If are you closer to Montreal? I'm assuming you mean Montreal Canadiens. Because I do want to go to... the Phillies play every year in Toronto. I really do want to go see them in Toronto. My passport is ready. And it's not that far of a trip. I think it's only like maybe a 2-hour flight. It's a 2-hour flight to Minneapolis from here, so I gotta imagine it's a pretty short flight. You can even take Megabus, but that's a long bus ride. And I don't travel that much to begin with. I'm just gonna take plus then we can make a adventures video. So Cassick, if that happens, I'm just trying to think what like meeting you friends in real life will be like. Because I do want to. And again, I know my face will eventually be shown and everything like that. And, I'm a... all trustworthy guys say the following sentence. I'm very trustworthy. But I'm waiting for that day. And it's not even about getting a big head. That's why I don't call you guys fans. Because fans, to me... it's almost a little demoralizing. I don't know, for me. If you say you're a fan of me, okay, cool. Whatever. But I don't like saying fans because it sounds kind of, I don't know. It gives me a little bit of ick if I refer to you as fans. Subscribers is too impersonal. And I know some people might think saying friend is a little condescending. But I have started to become, friends with you guys. Oh, I should have just kept running. Oh, jeez. All right. Rollins, yeah, you run. And we're just going to try to get Ryan to score. Joey, what are you doing? Come on, Jonathan! He's safe. All right, whatever. All right, sorry, back to the chat. Tater, if I would choose pros for backyard football 25, nice, I would pick Mahomes, Allen, Tyreek Hill, Lamar, TJ Watt. Yeah, you'd have to represent every team. But what you can't do is you can't have... like, you'd have to mix it up. It can't be every single quarterback. Because in the original football, supporters, I like that. Yeah, supporters and, yeah, I like that. Supporters, support a real support. I'll explain that joke in a minute. But yeah, because I never want to be, I never want to be a big head. I think humility is one of the most important values any person can have. That's my Christian background and everything like that. So, it would be awesome. So if it was like, hey, Cassick, we got tickets to Blue Jays Phillies. Yeah. The only thing is sometimes... oh, I didn't even put the MVP chin on. Oh, man, I need to get sent to the shed. The only thing with you guys is there are a few of you... and I don't like asking too much personal information, but I like asking enough to where I kind of get to know you as a person. I think a couple of you are under 18, so if Cass, if that's the case, please have a guardian with you. because unfortunately, and I am not in this group at all, but we know that there are streamers out there, it's a disrespect, who've been getting it, sorry, who have been acting naughty. So South Florida man, I appreciate that. Marlins, Panthers, yeah, I actually like the Marlins in a way, but I miss the Marlins, like the era in here with the pinstripes and that old fish, and when they were the Florida Marlins, I liked that scheme so much. I kind of like what they have going now, but that was a classic. And the Marlins were always in the mid 2000s. The Marlins at the worst time would come and hurt us. But there was those 2 years, right? 07, 08, where the Marlins went to New York and played spoiler to knock the Mets out of the division in 07 and the wild card in 08, and that was awesome. We were all, because we were at, my dad and I were at that final game in 07, and we just won this one here, where Jimmy Rollins got his 20th triple of the year, so he was in the 20 club or whatever it was. And the Phillies game had started before the Marlins and the Mets and Marlins started before the Phillies game did. So the out-of-town scoreboard, we saw it become Marlins 1-0, Marlins 2-0, 3-0, and then 7-0 because Cody Ross had that like little league home run. And then Dontrell Willis got hit with the bases loaded. It was awesome. That is one of the all-time days. The Phillies are in this, and the Expos. Yeah, those teal jerseys were nice, man. The pinstripes and that fish. Now, they had to get out of, what is it, Hard Rock Stadium now? But there was even something quirky about that I liked, that they played in Hard Rock Stadium. But the rain delays would tick me off. There would be so many rain delays when the Phillies played in Florida. So, yeah, we're gonna be playing a few games today until I run out of gas, basically. So, let me just do a quick little stretch. And also, we got pause for station identification because some of you came in late and you haven't even heard that beautiful, beautiful greeting.
Well, hey kids, you're watching the Saturday morning special on Sometimes Joey Plays.
Live from my parents' basement in the United States. Oh gosh, okay, this is good. I haven't really stretched today either. My name is Joey. Sometimes I play games and sometimes I play them with my friends, supporters. We got Tater here, J-Mon was here, Cassick is here, South Florida man is here. I know a few of others are here too. Don't be shy, get in the chat, even if you just want to say hi. You don't have to be the most social butterfly ever. But we're just talking about life, about sports, and this is like the play-in chat. So yeah, I know if you're looking for Tanya and all of them, we have to play that other series to bring them back. But we are here as the Little Hornets. You can see who we've drafted, including Jim Tomei, who's like again. What's up with the consistency here? Looking like Nomar Garciaparra. So, and for NFC, oh yeah, and Tater is thinking of Tater is thinking of if you had 2025 NFL backyard football pro players, the teal jerseys were the excrement. Excrement's such a funny word, man. I'm glad that we're working in. And what I'm starting to see here is a community is being built, and it really does warm my heart. Some of you were at the karaoke dance party last night, which, okay, we're home now, which we're trying to work out what's the best time for it, and the different time zones and everything. It does kind of, someone's going to get screwed over by the time at some point. We're going to move Tomei to the 4th spot because I think he really is our best power threat right now. Wait, why does Ernie have a penalty today? He's home. All right, well, he could probably still be the pitcher. Now, with center field, let's put Jocinda in center because, hi, David Gamer. Good to have you here on the Saturday morning special. We'll put Jocinda in center because you don't really have any ground to cover in center, so she'll be fine. I guess the Twins can be the corner outfielders. Oh, Ronnie might need to hit cleanup today. Let's put Ronnie in the 3-hole. And we'll put Ernie in the 9-hole. Dimitri can back up. Yeah. Should Jocinda... We'll just go with that. And who are we playing? We're playing the White Sox. Oh my gosh, the White Sox. Who was that player I feel like Kasich would be able to get it for me quickly. The player it was like Miguel something. He got traded from the Dodgers to the White Sox, and the very next game they have there's like a viral shot of him like sitting on the bench for the White Sox, just looking absolutely sad. So we picked Steel Stadium. Yes, it's the most everybody picks it, but come on, it is classic. What I want to see, Kasich, for Backyard Football, whatever the new installment is, if they make a new installment, make this a football field. If they made, and I know they probably wanted variety and something different and give different kids home fields, but you can do it. If you made these soccer fields, you made Ekman Acres and Steel Stadium soccer fields, make them football fields too. It's just so classic. And then there's the shed that we can send them to. Send them to the shed. I had a dream the other night that term actually got viral, and I was like asked to explain what that meant, and I'm just like, you just send them to the equipment shed to like clean the jock straps and reflect on your poor effort. Because it's not necessarily you made him. It's not necessarily like you made a bad play or an error. It's more like your attitude towards it. So Ernie, that's probably why I get it now. That's why the backyard that's why the shed is in Ernie's yard, because he just laughs at everything, and then he has the shed right there. So that makes total sense. I do want a shed in my backyard one day when Jeannie and I, the way I explained to her, man, that was a nice jumping jack there. Share the same address, like when we get married and everything, and we have the same address. I said to her last night, I was like, one day when both our names are on the mail. I was like, oh, that's so sweet. Yeah, she couldn't. She's a very, very busy woman with her career, and she had a very busy week. She had like I think Thursday and Wednesday were two very damn, Keisha looking thick in that White Sox uniform. Okay, I feel uncomfortable. She had two very long back-to-back days. She was at a conference for a new project that she's on with the company, and so she was really beat. And her voice, she rehearsed earlier in the day, because really Nutbush is her signature song, and she just said it just wasn't there. So, and she was exhausted, so she was laying down, and then she she was there supporting, and then someone, I think it was Roy, asked, where is she? Because her face was on the screen. And she later was like, oh, now I feel bad. I know, we're so sweet. It's kind of gross. But she'll be there next time. We have to, work on the equipment because if you guys can probably pick up on how OBS works, the way that the heads bounce is an OBS plugin called Audio Move. So, Tater, if you want to adopt this, because I know you and I have the eyes, the human eyes and mouth on an inanimate object thing, I can't be mad at you, because I'm sure there's other people before me who did this too. Each character responds to a different audio source input. Yes, you did. So even if Jeannie were to sing, she would have to have a different microphone and microphone source for her head to bounce. If she sung into the microphone that I had, my head would still bounce. So I have two wireless handheld microphones, but they go to the same receiver. So I need to get her own mic and own receiver. We tried using, she has one of those tabletop microphones like I have here, but the problem was, even on cardioid setting, it was picking up the music coming out of the speakers for the computer, and then you'd hear the music twice, and it just sounded like a hot mess. That's a nice throw by Ronathan there. She's a sweetheart, and I said she's one of the reasons we're even sitting here right now. Because she has a way of motivating people. She needs to be a life coach. She needs to have a book or something. Because she saw, and it's a shame, Trail Mix Blazer, who would comment on some of those old videos, I hope he's okay. Because one of his comments that I didn't see for a while on the first video said, this is a hidden gem. And when I saw that, I was like, yeah, I gotta come back. And I gotta set expectations this time. We're past the point of no return. We're gonna be in nursing homes and be like, what's up, hey, poppin' friends? My name is Joey and I just got done dialysis. Ronnie does have a laser.
I'm gonna hit this one and you watch, okay? Oh, wait a minute, okay?
Let's get Rollins stealing. There used to be these shirts and stuff that went around that would be called Rollins Steel Company, meaning like steel as... Whoa! That guy has a cannon too! Alright, we would have been safe, but... You're gonna make a team? Alright, Cass, I guess you're gonna play baseball. So, gaming, Backyard Belladonna, if you're watching, hi. What she does is she uses... You can find these like... wheel spinners online where you type in a bunch of names and it'll spin the wheel and randomly pick pick names, and that's how she builds her teams actually. So when I asked her when she was making her new team, I said, can you put Gretchen on? She says, oh, the team was already selected, sorry. But then she had, I guess she had something crash, so she picked the team again, but she put in Gretchen, and that's why I was like, all right, I have to give you a shout out after that, because all right, like you know, we have our inside jokes here and stuff like that, but I'm still waiting for the day, poop, where someone is going to enter this chat and be like, why are you glazing Gretchen so much? She's butt juice. Or, well, they wouldn't know what butt juice is because they're not part of this channel. It's Henry DeShuns. Ronnie probably has that arm for throwing stuff at her annoying sister. He probably imagines that he's throwing it at her sister. I can't imagine Ronnie actually doing much to, like, aggravate her sister, because her sister's just a straight manipulative bully. In fact, remember what we talked about? Who the Backyard Cast would be likely to commit a crime in real life? You can't tell me you can't picture Sally Dobbs being like an Investigation Discovery episode of something. My mom and my sister always have court TV on during the day, which I will admit, watching these trials are interesting, and it's decent background noise. And then my sister and I were playing Animal Crossing, and I said, oh my gosh, could you imagine like Animal Crossing court TV? And just like, I don't know, like one of the villagers, like with like hands behind their back, handcuffed. I'm like, you know, because Animal Crossing is such like a perfect kingdom where everyone's nice and everything. Like, what bad thing could happen? Wheel team, I spin a wheel. Yep, that thing. Facts, or Sally going to be a judge? She could be, yeah. Well, she is the boss, but she's more like the loss. I actually like Sally because, in fact, we probably should have picked her. Well, no, we wanted Ronnie. Because she just seems in every game just to be a neutral, like, wow, all right, that's our first one of the day. We were doing so well. We were doing so well. What do you think about Paul George during the Sixers? Asked David. See, the Sixers, for me, I really have a hard time liking them. I like them. They're my favorite NBA team. They always will be. But the organization, it's not the players. I love Embiid. I love Tyrese Maxey for what he brings to the NBA and he brings to Philly. That smile is contagious. He plays his butt off. But the organization is run like crap. There's the whole thing. So I'm excited, but I'm gonna get my heart broken. Paul George has always been a great NBA player. I think they can find a way to make him work. Would I rather have Jimmy Butler? Of course, any day of the week. But that dream is come and gone. Really? Really, Jim Tommy? Thank you, Dimitri. Oh my goodness. Tom get tax evasion. Yeah, he probably will get tax evasion or something. Paul George and Joel aren't going to be playing back-to-back games. I know that's the thing, is their stamina is really bad. They're getting older, and the whole thing with if you're following the news with them. So Josh Harris, I can't stand Josh Harris. He owns 3 teams in 3 different sports in 3 different markets. And those 3 markets are rival markets. So he owns the Devils, you know, Northern Jersey, New York, owns the Sixers, Philly, and now the Commanders, DC. Those cities are always in the same divisions with each other in different sports. And the whole thing with them threatening to move to Camden. If you're not familiar with the geography, Camden is literally across the street or the river from Philly. Like, you could drive from Center City, Philly, over Ben Franklin Bridge, you're in Camden. It's right there. So it would kind of be like the equivalent of the Giants and the Jets playing in northern Jersey across from New York. It would not have been the end of the world if they moved to Camden, but it would be kind of a weird look. Also, Camden is not exactly the safest place either.
Watch out, 'cause the old
That was just a bluff.
coming at you.
That was a bluff to get this pending arena that they would own in Center City, Philly. They'd have to tear down a bunch of like the city. The parking would be chaotic, and that's all because they don't want to lease from the Wells Fargo Center, because you see so many teams share NBA and NHL venues. Well, they don't want to do that anymore.
I struck you out.
If you've been to Philly for any type of sporting event, all the big three sports complexes are all tucked away in South Philly at the sports complex, and it's dedicated just for that. There's parking lots. You can get there on the subway. And I've heard people from out of town, when they, like Boston, for instance, they say, oh, wow, I wish it were like this for Fenway. Because I've been to Fenway, and it's like right in the middle. You could walk by Fenway and like not even realize it, you know? So with the Sixers, and to me, the NBA, with the exception of being in the game, at the game in person, regular season NBA on TV is just not that exciting for me. Like, the second quarter of a regular season NBA game, and I know some people who would disagree completely, and that's totally fine. You know, you might say the same thing about a baseball game. I just can't get that into it. I can't get that into it. Now, if I'm at the game live, okay, yeah, that's totally different. But, you know, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, the Phillies are out. I'm more excited for the Flyers just because every single season I keep saying to myself, this is the season I'm really going to get into the NHL. And out of the 4 teams in this city, the Flyers, well, I'll say 5 because I want to count the Union, the soccer team, too. The Flyers definitely get the lowest amount of media coverage out of the Big 5. Sorry, the Big 4, then the Union. But I want to get into it because I love games, and it's ironic. I love sports that have goaltenders, because I always love playing goaltender whenever I play a sport like that. And now especially because, the quality of cameras and TV are so much better. You can follow the puck and everything like that. Plus, I hate being a fair weather fan. I hate when, like, if I wasn't following the Flyers and they made the postseason, and now all of a sudden here I am with my Flyers stuff, and it's like, okay, name 3 Flyers. Philly, I know, and everyone's quick. All right, I'll say this: when it comes to me and being a Philly fan, I always tell people you're going to get an actual conversation from me. You're going to get, as much as I hate like the Dallas Cowboys, I can recognize where the Dallas Cowboys are strong, or I can like I hate that it was like the story was the Santa was like some drunk guy and they were losing really bad and they just threw stuff at him. But the thing is I don't get is with Philly fans, they'll get oh, people, they don't like us, we don't care. But then they do stuff and then wonder why people, talk crap. I don't get it. So with me, if you ever attend a sporting event with me, you're going to have a good time. And if I boo and stuff like that, it's for comedic effect. Like that clip where I booed because there was a missed call third strike at the end of the one game where they're about to clinch the division. And now I use it for whenever Incineroar comes out. What? Oh yeah, when I drink it's beverage. It's beverage, winter spiced cranberry edition for the holiday lovers. Yeah, I need something. Whitney, thank you for joining the karaoke party last night. We're gonna make them. We're gonna add more songs to them because at first Jeannie was like, "Oh, you should keep it to under an hour. You might get tired." I thought, okay, yeah, good point. But then the next thing you know, I'm on the second to last song, and I'm gonna fix that audio issue we had because we definitely had a couple. But Whitney came in. You guys came in with that Devin Fox video, and for those of you who are not familiar with it, basically, Devin Fox was one of the victims of Arc Music Factory, most famously known for producing the Rebecca Black Friday song and video. And I don't sing that song to make fun of Devin Fox at all, because I know some people, they'll be like, yeah, this is a good song, man, good stuff, to like tease the kid. Well, he's an adult now, but when I played the song back, and the song is actually a bop. And the problem was Devin Fox fell victim to Arc Music Factory. They gave him the Justin Bieber haircut. That didn't help his case. And it came out after Friday came out. But the song is actually pretty decent. And I know people were... And yes, the music video is cringe. It is a cringe music video. For instance, the fact that the lyrics say, beautiful green eyes, and the girl they pick, her eyes are brown. This is my Saturday morning cartoon. Thanks, Joey, if I never told you. South Florida man, that's actually why I did this. The reason I thought of the Saturday morning special was because it started off with playing Pokemon Crystal, because one of my favorite things growing up was waking up on Saturday morning, picking up my Game Boy and playing Pokemon, because that was the only time, you know, that and like federal holidays where I got to play Pokemon in the morning. Sundays I went to church, and still do, so I liked Saturday morning cartoons, but that's what made me want to do this. Saturday morning, I'm going to get to play my game today. So that's why also I thought I got to stretch out these Saturday morning specials for that reason too. So Florida Man, I appreciate it. That is actually exactly what I was going for. And that's why I start early too. I might even start at 8. I just like it being an early riser, because when I end these Saturday morning specials, I like to end them around 11:30, before noon Eastern, because for me, with my ADD, time is very important to me, and there's something about, like, before 12 noon, I want to be dressed. I want to be, like, everything is good to go, because then my productivity hits up after 12 noon. All right, Kasich has his team. Ronnie, Maria, Annie, Lulu, Chipper, Mikey, Angela, Dimitri, and Barry Bonds on the team. You got Big Snotty. Get a snot shot for us. Mikey Thomas is like Kyle Schwarber. It's home run or bust. Like, really, it's home run or bust with Kyle Schwarber. And don't get me wrong, I still love my Phillies. They just got addicted to hitting. They seem to get addicted to hitting home runs. They play in a hitter's ballpark, and then in the playoffs, they're just like, all right, we're just going to hit more home runs. Doesn't always work like that, especially when you're playing half of your series in a pitcher's ballpark in Citi Field. So the Devin Fox hooked on you. So I started serenading Jeannie that song. She didn't know it, and I sent it to her. And Jeannie and I, as we've gotten to know each other longer, we've been dating now. It'll be a year in December, and I brought out one of the things that she's helped me with mindset work and, approach on life, and I've helped her embrace her inner silliness, her inner goofball that she doesn't always get to express. And so we've developed our own little inside jokes with things like Hooked on You, because I would sing it to her, and one of the things I like doing is singing songs that are originally recorded by either women or children in my deep voice. She's the kind of girl, she gets me singing a lullaby, like that. And when I looked at the lyrics, I'm like, no, this is actually a boppy song. It just, they over auto-tuned him too, because I saw an interview he did, Devin Fox, back when he was that age with like a local news affiliate, and he was singing some a cappella for that little interview, and I'm like, he sounds good. Why are we over auto-tuning him? And I guess because that was also the style, because the auto-tune was basically an instrument then. If Justin Bieber had released that song, everyone would think it was amazing. Congrats, man. Thank you. It has been the most secure and strong relationship I've been in, and I want to get her on the channel more. She is a little shy, but she actually thinks of a lot of ideas. She's like, oh, what if, like, Absurdity, the cinematic universe of the channel, did this, that. Phillies trade for Mike Trout. That's the only thing, David, is that they don't need to. I think the roster is great. They just, I don't know. Their bats turn off in the playoffs. Obviously, bullpen pitching is always important, but people say, oh, we need more bullpen. We had 5 all-stars from the bullpen. It's just the Mets were the hotter team. The Mets were the better team for that series, and that was that. They got the momentum, and taking game 1 in Philly really set the tone. I was at a church that day because we had our anniversary celebration, and we saw 1-0 the whole day, and then finally 4-1 Mets or whatever it was, and it was just like, so no, we don't, unfortunately, we don't need Mike Trout, and it wouldn't be worth giving up whatever we'd have to give up for him. What I would have preferred, and I know hindsight is everything, I would have preferred the Phillies trade Castellanos, put Harper back in right field, and keep Rhys Hoskins, but it just didn't work that way. I think Harper loves playing first base now, too, so. Wow, we're already in the 4th inning, and there's still no score. Now we got Frank Thomas, the big hurt.
You're gonna strike out right here, I can tell.
Aw, Gretchen's so sweet. So that video, because some people said it made them uncomfortable, and obviously now, they had the power up. That's right. I forgot. They had a double play earlier in the game. Okay, so that's a run. If Frank Thomas were a little slower, we might have been able to get Frank Thomas out. Massive. Oh, I'm getting confused. You have Ronnie on your team. No snot shot. Yeah, it's a shame because with okay. You shouldn't be able to have the power up for more than one at bat. I'm sorry. That's I forgot who said it. It might have been Whitney the other day in the 97 live stream when someone asked no power ups. They are OP when you become an adult. They are overpowered, and that was the thing was when I thought of the little monsters, and we could make a baseball version of them too. We just got to figure out who would fill out the roster because we could make Trey Ash, but then we'd still have 2 roster spots that need to be filled. I was wondering why the game was so easy, and power-ups are one of the reasons why. And Ernie's starting to run out of juice a little bit. We might have to put in a different pitcher. Power-ups made the game too easy. So that's why I stopped them with the little monsters, but then they were so butt juice in the early going. I'm like, oh, well, I better, Jocinda, come on. That's a run. All right, yay. But they scored a run still. Okay. Yeah, I was like, okay, well, the game is so easy because of power-ups. Power-ups make the game so easy, so let's just turn them off. And then I thought we were sucking so much, I thought, okay, well, if the computer uses one, I'll use one. And that was still really cheap. And then also I thought, you know, a viewer could be like, well, hey, you edit the videos, they might have not even had a power-up and you used one. And I thought again, okay, no power-ups. You know, I don't think you have to come out here winning every single game. I think that and if someone says I suck, well, I don't care. You know, leave me alone. I'm living my best life. Yes, Jimmy, thank you. Pick up Amir and Ahmed for the monsters. Well, putting Kim, there you go, Cassie, there you go. Kimmy and Lisa. Kimmy, and maybe Kimmy is really buns in baseball, and I guess, you know, Dante's kind of buns too, really, but I mean, he has speed to make up for it. Maria, when not wearing pink, is not exactly great either. I always keep thinking to myself, oh, Maria's like really fast. She isn't. So yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I'm gonna want to finish this season first, now that we get started. Yeah, I was actually gonna pick Lisa for this, but I was giving I gave you guys the early birds the chance to excuse me, pick the remaining roster. I just know I wanted to get Jimmy Rollins on here. Jimmy Rollins is my all-time favorite Philly. I had to get him on here. And the Hoff, of course. I didn't want to do Pablo back-to-back or Pete back-to-back. Or even Big Snotty back-to-back. Yeah, Lisa, I think, is like the one everybody forgets about. But it's so funny because I feel like in real life, oh my gosh, Lisa would be like the realest person out there. She would just be like Lisa would be the one that, like, let's say you sat next to her in class and I don't know, the substitute teacher was like really sus or something. She would be the one to like have a really funny comment that she only shares with you and vice versa. She was on the slow team, yeah. And I do want to get to... So if I don't do the Sunday Super Duper, I thought of the new name for any midday weekday stream. It's going to be called the Midvid. Because it'll be the mid... Oh! Thank you, Mr. Tomey! On the line drive, too, nonetheless. That's a home run in most of the backyard fields. Nice, we got that 04 Phillies vibe here. Jim Tomey, Jimmy Rollins. I love it. Why Rollins over Howard? It's a tough choice, but because with Jimmy Rollins, it was my dad and I ended up spontaneously going to a Phillies game one day, and it just so happened to be Jimmy Rollins' Major League debut. That wasn't the reason we went. It was just coincidence, and he hit a triple in his first at-bat, and just, I guess, the nostalgia of it and everything like that. But Ryan Howard, too, man. Ryan Howard, man, it's tough to pick out of that 08 core. I always just loved Ryan Howard, his stance, and that follow-through when you knew he connected on one. It was such a clean, like, it was a mean follow-through when he got a hold of one, especially to the opposite field. Yeah, Lisa in backyard football is crazy. Is great. It's funny. It's like a lot of those kids that were like the slow demons became great blockers in backyard football, because the problem is with this franchise, or not the problem, but you have to carry over the speed is the one stat that you need to be consistent with. Mikey Thomas can't be a turtle in baseball and then a jackrabbit in soccer, right? So you have to be consistent with that. Yeah, I always say Kenny in real life would be like everyone's best friend. Like, chill with him, go out with him, like, go out and do activities with him. I don't know how I feel about Ernie on the mound anymore. He is getting kind of tired, and I think we need the Supreme Court to help us rule if juice is considered a power-up. I still say yes, because you earn it from striking out, and you earn power-up pitches the same way. Tiny team. Yeah, I know you want me to do the tiny team. So, what I was getting at Cassick was, because I know you asked about the Sunday Super Duper. If I don't do Sunday Super Dupers all the time, it's because I get home from church, depending on if I have like meetings and stuff, because I'm on boards, and I have like titles of stuff that I do, you know, media stuff. I'm on the trustees and things like that. So sometimes I get home at like 1:30 and I'm just kind of like, you know, all right, I need a rest. And, you know, those Sunday Super Dupers, at least with football, playing that full season was like 3 or 4 hours. Now, granted, I don't have to play the full season, but, you know, it's kind of fun, especially when the chat gets active. So if I don't do Sunday Super... Can someone explain why in the world Ronnie ran away from that ball? I'll do mid-vid, because now that I'm seeing that you guys actually do like midweek, midday videos, or streams, I'll try doing, you know, maybe once a week a mid-vid. Oh gosh. Come on, Ashley, you got that, Ashley. We can't give up another run. This is embarrassing. This is embarrassing. Come on, J-Roll. Okay, how many does that one deserve, guys? Okay, here we go. Ashley's gonna get 2, because she dropped it and then fell twice. So there's 2 for Ashley. Okay. And then 1 for Jocinda, because she didn't exactly help out either. And now Gretchen's about to get 1. Alright, so here's 1 for Gretchen. And I forget anybody else? J-Roll had a good throw to the plate, so he's fine. Fumble, we didn't get it. Oh my gosh. Well, Ernie's tired. I mean, I guess I can cut him some slack there. But we're going to need a rally in the bottom of the inning. And that's why I also like picking a balanced team. Because if you pick Ahmed and Pablo and and Pete and Keisha and all of them. Like, yeah, of course you're going to be hitting home runs. AI had him covering third and Tommy chasing the ball. Thank you for that, Whitney. That wasn't sarcastic either. I needed to get the answer. I know sometimes my dry voice and humor makes it sound like I'm being sarcastic, but it's not always the case. But yeah, that whole thing with Devin Fox, yeah, it's unfortunate with what's come out with a certain other entertainer. And the guy who ran Arc Music Factory, I mean, he definitely had some... I want to believe that he just wanted to, like, have fun and help kids achieve their dreams. But with the entertainment industry now, like, I know... Like, Jeannie has a beautiful singing voice. You haven't gotten to hear it much. At the end of the first karaoke dance party, she actually joined in. And she talked about, oh, you know, being, White Sox are playing their butts off today, unlike in real life. Give a butt juice for Dante. He let in Keisha for... Okay, hold on 1 second. All right. I can probably send you the file, too, if you need it. Dante, like, is like Lamar Jackson in football. Speed and an arm. I still want to do, so my next idea, whatever backyard football, whatever day I pick it, whether it's the Sunday Super Duper or a mid-vid, my next idea is this. Gretchen is the Wildcat quarterback, and the rest of the roster are all the kids who have a max blocking stat, and for the most part, Gretchen just runs. If necessary, she could pass, I mean, to an eligible receiver, but she basically just plays Wildcat. Come on. This is the gift and the curse with the whole, they're pausing on the fly ball. There we go. So that's what I want to do next. So basically it'll be Gretchen, and then I guess like Dimitri, Jocinda, Tony, Big Snotty, Touchdown Maria. There we go. I know we said power is abysmal, but we just need something to center field. Was there something upstairs I needed to get? I might have to run upstairs for a potty break after the Keisha. Okay, Ernie, give me one to the right side so that we don't have a force out at third. Yeah, I guess that's fair to call that infield fly, but... Alright, J-Roll. J-Roll, you got some pop. I just need it. Send it to the shed, J-Roll. Ah, freezer ball! Ah! And if anyone does not remember, J-Roll is a switch hitter. I don't know how much of an advantage that makes in backyard baseball, but... Because our two friends from Brazil, Schlav and Rue, Frank Thomas, the only position player they gave like pitching stats in this game. They were asking the other day, well, what side of the plate does the batter have to stand on? And we just said whatever they're most comfortable with. I think we forgot to mention that some players are switch hitters. They're ambidextrous. That's not a strike. My butt juice team, I had Mikey at quarterback and him scrambling. Him running is really funny. Nah, we need there's 2 outs. Like, let's go for the shed. Send it to the shed. Drop it. Somebody can drop it. If we drop stuff, so can you. Of course not. My butt, yeah. Mike, he holds the ball with one hand. Yes, you can. What was great about the Monster series, the Butt Juice series, was it made me come to appreciate so many characters in this game that I never really picked. I never picked Gretchen. I never picked Billie Jean. Ashley. I thought, what happened to you two being like invincible if you were on the same team as each other? Do. They say it's illogical, but I mean, it's... No, the whole team was butt juice. Yeah. Congratulations, you received 100 messages. Thank you. None from Twitch today, though. If anyone is watching on Twitch, hello. I think everyone today's on YouTube from what the stats look like. Let me see. Does Restream tell me? Oh, someone is on Twitch. Hello, Twitch user. Whoever you are. Do. Now, when we play 05, because I found my GameCube, so we could play either the PC version or the GameCube version. Some of those kids got really annoying, and Pete Wheeler is one of them. They Flanderized the heck out of Pete about being dumb. Okay, well, not like we're using them anyway. I'll keep that mercy rule if we go to 10 innings, which should not be the case now with kids that can actually hit. Because part of the reason why those games were so scoreless when we did the power outage team was that Kenny's such a good pitcher that the opposing team wouldn't score, and it would be 0-0 the whole game. Let's try Gretsch with a line drive. My cursor was off. Part of growing up is realizing in backyard baseball the cursor actually makes an impact on whether or not you make contact. Because if you played it on easy mode, as long as you clicked it... Come on, Gretsch. As long as you clicked it, the game would sync up the timing so that you would hit the ball, no matter what. One fun thing to do sometimes is play... oh, we're up to 20 now. Up to 20-0, and now it's time. Wow. That's like kind of what happened with, not the same thing, but the new Pokemon video that'll be out this weekend. So we played 10 battles in the video. And we had a 4-1 going, and then I lost 3 in a row. Really because I made wrong selections. You know, each game I can look back and say, like, oh, if I just did this, then we would have won the game. So I don't feel bad about it, but I don't have to go 10-0 every single time. But again, it's nice to have an actual competitive team. But when you've won 3 in a row, you'd rather not lose. Oh, the cursor, the window wasn't highlighted. How? Did I click on something and... Oh my gosh. Okay, that's all right. Because Jim Tomey is going to hit another home run, and we'll be down by 1. Come on, Mr. House. Mr. Home, that's what we're going to call him. We're going to call him Mr. Home now, because he's like built like a house. All right, well, Gretsch can move up to third, and the AI was smart and threw it to first, so yay, 90 feet or 60 feet, whatever it is. And Dimitri still doesn't have a hit on the year. Come on, Mr. Analytics.
You can do it.
Aww. Error. Alright, we lost. That's alright, we lost. Alright, 1-1 record. I'm not ashamed of losing. Just not all the time. Alright, we're going to pause for station ID and then stretch, and then it's on to the next game. You're watching the Saturday morning special on Sometimes Joey Plays.
Well, hey, kids, you're watching the Saturday morning special on Sometimes Joey Plays.
From my parents' basement in the United States, my name is Joey. Sometimes I play games, and sometimes I gotta stretch everything out, guys. I don't need a potty break yet, so let's just keep going. I like how the twins have to stand right next to each other in the team photo. Like neither one of you could have like moved to the other side. So yeah, we're in the Central, 1-1. I think it's kind of buns how if you pick a custom team, you're automatically placed in a certain division. Which is interesting because when we picked the Bombers in 01, we were put in the Central too, AL Central. Okay, so now Ernie is back to having actual, like, bonus stats. Ashley, we're gonna move the twins because Ashley's vibes are giving. Oh, Jocinda's gonna have a bad day today, and so is Dimitri. Well, they gotta keep us on our toes, right? This is the one series I think where we actually do need to move the lineup each day. I still like Jimmy leading off. I like Gretch there. Ronnie, maybe move him down today and put Mr. Home there. Ernie can be the 4-hole hitter. Dimitri, let's put the twins next just because we know they have good contact and stuff. And then these two will be the bottom of the order. That's very rare that your first baseman in baseball is your number 9 hitter, but you're gonna make eggs. Okay, cool. Have fun with that.
Watch out, cause the old Ernie Steele fastball's coming at you.
Hold on 1 second, guys. Answering a text here.
Y'all couldn't hit your way out of a paper bag. XYZ, PDQ.
Okay. All right, let's get ready for game 3 here. Omelets at Cassix. Sounds good to me. I had eggs this morning too, but just scrambled.
Ernie Steele does it again.
I'm really trying to get in the habit of making myself a hot breakfast. It's something that in this day and age, you know, we're so hustle and bustle, or we're so hungry when we wake up, we just gotta like put something in our stomachs. But again, all right, so an example was a couple weeks ago when I had the event at church. The event didn't start till 3 o'clock, but I got there at like 10 to get ready and everything like that. And I had picked up a massive breakfast from B&L Kitchen in Northeast Philly. And it was, I ate like a king or like a champion. I don't like to say king, Jesus is king. I ate like a prince, I ate like a champion. Pancakes, scrambled eggs, bacon. It was 2 pancakes and 2 French toast. Bacon, eggs, hash browns, and regular toast, which I thought was kind of a strange choice because you already got French toast. And I felt like a champion when I ate that. Now compare that to when I ate Raisin Bran the other day and I felt like a loser. I felt like a loser the rest of the day, and I didn't know why. And it was because of the Raisin Bran. It's getting colder, you know, in the Mid-Atlantic, which I like. I love cold weather. But then cold milk, and I love cereal. That's the thing. I love cereal because I also love milk. But then the cold milk and the Raisin Bran gets mushy, and it was disgusting. And I felt like a loser. And I felt like a loser the whole day. So, carb explosion, yeah. It's for the elderly with the fiber. It's funny because, okay, so my mom and dad, my parents, we finally start shopping at one of those wholesale stores every now and then. So she picked up Raisin Bran, and by the way, Raisin Bran's not a brand name because multiple brands have, it's just like a concept. It's like, you know, you can't copyright fries, you know, so she picked it up thinking my dad make a short on that. What, on the breakfast thing? My breakfast philosophy. She's like, oh, you like Raisin Bran, right? And he says, no, not really. And also, he's trying to watch his carb intake. And then my mom asks me, after the aforementioned Raisin Bran was purchased. Oh, let me timestamp that, J-Ron. And then I gotta get the MVP chant going. She asks me, well, you like Raisin Bran, right? I said, no, not really. I've never once in my life said, you know what I haven't had, I really have a craving for? Some Raisin Bran. Raisin Bran Crunch is decent, but, so apparently no one in the house likes, like Raisin Bran was acquired for no good reason at all. I mean, okay, look, it's food, it's nourishment. I know there's people who are out there that would love to have some Raisin Bran, but I think the only time I would have it is maybe like, I'm just trying to think of what situation where I'd say, you know, pass the Raisin Bran. But I felt like a loser the rest of the day because that breakfast was so mid and depressing. And I'm tempted to print out a piece of paper that just says the word mid on it, which my parents wouldn't know what that means, and slap it on the box of Raisin Bran. And because it was from a wholesale store, it's actually 2 big bags of Raisin Bran in 1 big box. So we're stuck with it for a while, just like we're stuck with this pop-up. Come on, Thomy. That was always the thing said back in the day. Tomy is my homie. Okay, now watch. Okay, for a second I thought she was gonna have a cannon after all those things. Okay, so this is for the computer team there. Raisin Bran is the worst cereal known to man. It's horrible. I mean, from a functionality standpoint, I mean, okay, it's fiber, it is carbs to get your day started. It's just not a fun cereal. And I'm not saying every cereal has to be super sugary. Well, Total is based, yeah, you know what? It might be Total. Whitney's onto something. Because Total is just Raisin Bran without the raisins. It's even worse. Because, I mean, the raisins are a nice touch. I mean, they're chewy. There's a hint of sweetness to it. But the problem is how mushy they get. And I love milk. So I usually have a little more milk in my cereal than most people do. I think I'd rather have Raisin Bran as part of like a yogurt parfait, like pour some yogurt into a bowl and then some Raisin Bran in it might be good. Oh, poop. But the fact was, and I was talking to Jeannie about this, and I'm like, am I overthinking this? I was like, no, I was really depressed that day. And I know we can't eat, I couldn't eat that big breakfast. It was actually called the Big Mama's Platter, no joke. I know I can't eat that every day either, because then, like, you know, you're stuffed to the max, you're going to be on the toilet, and it also kind of takes away from how special it is when that happens. So, I just want to make, like, I'm even okay with, like, a little breakfast burrito, maybe get, like, those little hash brown patties, you know, crisp them up, get a little, you know, wrap. Because a certain chain Mexican-American fast food restaurant has stopped serving breakfast, and I'm very upset by that because their breakfast was really underrated. And one of the things I liked was you could get like a little breakfast wrap with the hash brown in it. So I just want to get in the habit of doing that. Because starting out with a hot breakfast, I don't know, it just makes the day a little better. And I'm not going to say I'm never going to eat cereal again for breakfast, just... sorry, not mid behind Raisin Bran. I just love that there's like such poor communication about, you know, because me and Jeannie try to make the effort to learn each other's favorite foods. Vector, that might be something local to you. I've never heard of that. We try to learn each other's favorite foods and snacks and stuff so that, you know, if we're out, we could pick up something for the other one. And I know she picked up a Raisin Bran, but you don't know me at all. By the way, I don't have a problem if you guys say brand names. Like that's on you. I'm just not doing it for free. There we go. Okay. All right. Who is I'm not going to say it. I'm going to leave that alone. I think everyone knows where I was going to go with that, but I'm not going to say it that way. It's not on the record. And which character did that? Oh my gosh, was that Amir making the noise? That's even worse. Come on, Ashley, because Amir's going to relay that. Okay, cool. Crazy. That's one of the reasons I was looking forward to playing 03, because I know like the jeers and the chatter were a lot funnier. They redid that. Yeah, we're not going to say it, J-Mon. We're just not going to say it. Ah, poop.
I'm using my tennis racket.
Yeah, you should have used your tennis racket. I also was talking about backyard tennis. It would have to be in the format. Basically, they'd have to copy off of the Mario sports franchise. Because you can't really have, I guess you could have a team, but you're only going to be playing doubles at most. So your team would probably be like 5 kids, like in basketball. And even then, do you really need 3 reserves? I think that with sports like tennis, someone said like backyard field day, where you just have a bunch of sports, or like I think they should make poopy. They should make like a Mario Party, but it's backyard sports. That would be cool.
It's Pro Cinder time.
But then the question is, would the kids have skills at that point, or are you just picking kids because you like them? Yay. Alright, we're becoming kind of butt juice here. Let's try to turn this around. I mean, we don't exactly have the most power-hitting team. I mean, we've got some power. But, again, I want to make it balanced. I want there to be a challenge. It's not fun if every game was 27-0. And that's actually why I stopped playing the 01 series, one of the reasons. Because I left the swing spot on, but it actually made it really easy at that point. Backyard dodgeball. Yeah, I remember we talked about that. That would be interesting, too. Because I guess we're talking about traditional dodgeball, where there's like, the 6 balls on the center line or whatever, and then everyone picks one up and starts going. That would be interesting. And I guess your stats would be throwing, catching, speed.
I'm pitching.
And there's got to be a 4th one. Maybe throwing power and throwing accuracy. So you have power, accuracy, catching, and running. And I feel like with Pablo, he'd have max throwing power, max speed, obviously, and then you'd have to, like, lower his catching and his accuracy, I guess. Backyard baking. How do you determine the winner?
Now you shall witness the true power of science.
Nice.
We want a batter, not a broken ladder. We want a batter, not a broken ladder. Swing!
Sunny judges the baking. I mean, I guess she wants to be neutral, doesn't she?
We want a batter, not a broken ladder. Swing!
I think that like the mini game idea would be fun because you're going to run out of sports. You've already covered the big 5. You're just going to run out of sports. So I think something like, I know there was talks about racing and dodgeball sounds fun. Like I said, if you were to do like a backyard, obviously you'd have to change it from backyard water polo. I liked that idea. Backyard ultimate handball, but not ultimate team handball, which I feel like they'd have to rename it because when I bring up that sport, nobody knows what I'm talking about. They think like throwing a rubber bouncy ball against a brick wall. Maybe like backyard, you could call it like ultimate backyard and then just have all these games in it, because you can program these games now to have much more data on it and much more things. Come on, young James. That's what Ryan Howard would call Jimmy Rollins, young James. Kenny is the strongest man on earth. I feel like Kenny would be really good at... Kenny would actually be really good at dodgeball because being seated, he actually has a great, I guess, a lower center of gravity to catch it. I'm not a scientist. We need Jed Stone to help us with that. Let's see if we can get a steal from Jimmy. Yeah, Amir and Pablo definitely have the same voice actor in this one. In 05, they really try to emphasize the accent on the cons. And then Amir's head becomes like a cube. Ah, poop.
I wasn't even close on that one, was
I know, it's okay, Gretchen. I think out of all the ones we mentioned, dodgeball... I'm not saying the other ones are bad ideas. Well, baking, I don't know. But dodgeball has like the most, like that one I could see really being released. That is a, Butt Juice Mobile, let it ride. Hello, Mr. Titans. Butt Juice Nation, let's ride. He can dunk with a wheelchair jump and a wheelchair kick. Cassick, you make a great point. You make a terrific point.
It appears the better is coming.
Come on, swing already. Swing. Don't swing. Swing.
Because every other, like, even like Olympic sports, like even if it was bobsledding, I mean, how would the stats really come into play? It would just kind of be like weight and things like that. So if you did like a backyard double dash,
Still run you up.
yeah, Titans. We were talking about dodgeball, dodge skill, getting auto corrected there. I think we were saying, or I was saying, for the skills, it would be throwing power, throwing accuracy, catching, and running. I can't think of any other ones.
Strike out now. Shoes untied.
Because you need to catch the ball, you know, to get the person out or get a player back. You have to be able to throw, and you have to be able to throw accurately. So having it as one throwing skill is just too, you know, vague. Maybe stamina? They really should make maybe stamina like a real stat now. Because we know that, again, when you pull up those charts you find on Reddit and stuff, you can find things like the player's stamina. I know they like to have 5 different categories if possible. 4 to 5 categories on skills. But I don't think stamina would really, because you can't really bench. I mean, they can make their own rules too. They let you substitute players in soccer and bring them back into the game. Golf would be interesting. With golf, though, the only thing with those games, like the golf and tennis, you wouldn't really be picking a team. You'd just be picking a player. But I mean, what's the wrong with that? It's just different from the model. But I guess what you could do is what will be fun is if you did backyard golf, yeah, you're still gonna have to have NPCs and stuff, but you would probably be able to play against backyard kids more often. Sorry. Now, would you put pros in backyard golf? I think the pro thing's gotten worn out, personally. I mean, it was fun at first, but they don't have, like, you know, it's hard for them to give those kids personalities. You don't know what they were like as a kid. Their voices sound nothing like the real life them. Like, oh boy, I picked Phil Mickelson for my backyard golf team. Or what's the guy, John Daly, the guy who's just like a total mess? This catcher really is butt juice for them. Get the fire truck in here.
Which pin am I again?
You should know. Is there a players' union in golf? I don't think so. Because yeah, that's how they that's how they get the rights to these players in all these video games. It's like the players' union. That's why you never saw like Michael Jordan or Barry Bonds in these games, because they weren't part of the union. Backyard skateboarding, I remember, I'm still trying to get a hold of that. Did someone say, might have been Cassick, that backyard skating had like a RPG element to it? You could even make video games where, like, this is the thing, right? This cast of characters is so unique that you can make games, you can make RPG games that have no sports to deal with it at all. You know, you know how they had the Simpsons hit and run? Oh my gosh, backyard GTA. We're gonna get backyard GTA before we get GTA 6. Tony would be like the all-timer for backyard GTA, but then I wonder if you would play as a kid, or if like you would play as a custom kid and you just run into each character. That would be very creative if they found a way to make a family-friendly, child-friendly version of GTA with the Backyard Cast. I need to put pen to paper. I mean, like, you obviously can't, you know, you wouldn't be able to, like, shoot prostitutes. Oh, thank goodness for you dropping that ball. It had to be, like, water guns or... Oh, yeah, the 2015 one. That one was weird. I've only seen videos of it.
I'm gonna hit it like a big boy.
You better. I need you to. We have not been scoring. Let it go. All right, we have one, which no double plays. Ah, freezer ball. Every time, man. Because there's no way you know it's coming until it freezes. That's high. Okay. Like, there could be a mission where Stephanie, like, loses her glove or something, and we have to, like, go find it, so you have to, like, I don't know, drive around in a go-karts and stuff, or bicycles. Poop. Wow, Jacinda still doesn't have a hit.
Back up.
Don't litter.
Or, like, a mystery RPG. It would probably be, like, more mystery. Did anyone ever play Sims 2 for PSP? That was, like, not... That was, like, an RPG. That wasn't really The Sims. So maybe something like that. You gotta get to second. Cool. Yay! They need more kids. Make more new kids. Sorry, I'm stretching. Well,
Prepare to be promoted.
I think, too bad we're not using that. Well, what you could do is give actual skins to, like, Chico Pappas and all them. That would make the most sense, rather than making a brand new kid, because, excuse me, I love that fire truck. I know, I love Little Fire Engine Joey, too. He's awesome. He always helps provide vital information. Yeah, I think you would be more likely to see one of these NPCs get like a real personality and a real appearance before a true brand new original kid get made. It makes more sense. They're already established, because I don't know how many people would be obsessed with timelines in the game, but if all of a sudden Pablo Sanchez has, you know, a little sister, but they're the same age as they were in the original game, you know, then you're getting kind of confused and stuff. When I thought they were making the games, I said, does that mean any other game after Backyard Hockey 05 isn't canon? Yes, skateboarding had RPG elements to it. I'm here for it. I think, again, it's sometimes I wonder how this franchise doesn't get even more recognition than it already has. Because I didn't think about it at the time. Just the whole personalities and the community and everything. Each kid needs a hook, though. Yeah, well, the twins, you couldn't separate them. The twins, they would just be together. There's just, you can't. There's ways to go about it. I'm still waiting for Playground and or Megacat to, like, get back to me. It's been hard to get a hold of them, though. Like, they replied to one of my comments on Instagram. I said, hey, check your DMs, and they probably didn't. I'm too talented to not be a part of this.
Your backward stance is illogical.
It would probably be something similar to Simpsons Hit and Run. Because they didn't have guns and stuff in it. And it was just silly enough of missions. I mean, yeah, there's some adult content in it. The only problem is if these kids are all well under the age of 16. None of them are going to be driving. So it'd have to be like bicycles and go-karts and golf carts and stuff. Maybe Marky and Pete would have like tractors because, you know, they let kids drive those things on farms. I reckon we got to find a dead body. Like we couldn't have that. All right, so Jimmy Rollins is batting right-handed this time. So let's see if that does anything special. Let it go. Okay.
We want a batter, not a broken ladder. So wing.
Simpsons hit and run was a masterpiece.
Hey, batter. And go. I think I should pull you.
That final mission, though, is a pain in the butt.
We want a batter, not
Backyard Red Dead Redemption. It would have to be something like Splatoon, where, you know, you could, you know, have shooting, but it's ink, so it's okay. Or Orbeez. Just use the Orbeez. Those things will hurt you, though. Those Orbeez, they get you in a certain spot. Like, me and my friends would play with those Orby guns, and I got a helmet. I got a helmet with a visor. It's like, I'm not getting shot in the face. I'm not getting shot in the head. Are you serious? I know they're just little water things, but they still can hurt. Then you could have bowling, but I feel like that'd be like, you'd have to play it with the Joy-Cons or something, like, and then so that would be. But then again, it's like it's how would you implement the kids' skill ratings? Either you can bowl or you can't, you know. And I'm one of the ones who I'll either be on fire or I'll be ice cold. Yeah, paintball or, you know, what are some like paintball, you know, capture the flag, things like that, you know. Because you want to have games where you can implement the kids having skill ratings. Because I think one of the big important things about the franchise is if a kid isn't strong in baseball, for instance, wow, great. Hey, Yeti, you're back. If they're not good in, let's see if Ernie can go for the shutout. If they're not good in baseball, then they might be great in soccer. And Ricky Johnson is the all-time example. Like, Ricky, not good in baseball, but he is the Pablo of soccer. Gretchen's pretty great at soccer. You know. Because that way, you know, there's got to be, they need to make something where Pablo is just buns. Now, soccer, he's not amazing, but he's still fast, and speed in that game is very helpful. Billie Jean would probably be kind of bad. Like the taller kids would probably be worse in the game because they're such big targets, but they'd have to have some sort of stat to make up for it. Luann might be like the best paintballer. She's very tiny and very fast. There we go. All right, let's get one more, and then we'll take a little. I gotta take a potty break. Oh, all right. Well, the potty break's gonna happen right now. As a matter of fact, that's another game. Backyard volleyball. That's a thought too. But I need to hit the. Where's my little potty message? I gotta hit the potty, so I'm gonna do. Why is it not stretched out all the way? Excuse me. I keep burping, but I never stop. Oh, that's why. So, all right, I'll be right back, guys. No one leave. Okie dokie. See, that wasn't that wasn't long. And I see you guys have that's cute that you guys continue to converse while I'm gone. Why does everybody say that? Everybody leave right now. Backyard board games. That'd be interesting. You had that like Hasbro or whatever sign off on it. Backyard lawn care. I guess that could be like a mini game of some kind. Like that could be one of the backyard Mario Party games. Backyard poker. Oh boy. I mean, I know most of the people who follow the franchise are adults now, but which kid has the gambling problem? Marky. I think it's Marky. I think Marky's kind of known as like the poor kid, so my money, no pun intended, is probably on Marky being the gambling problem. Or Dimitri, because Dimitri would probably think he could like count cards and stuff. Who's cutting the best lines? You do mean lawn mowing, right? It had to be Marky. Marky would be the best one. Marky and Pete, they're the farm boys. Next game. So we're 2-1. Our offense has still been kind of struggling though, so let's see if we can change anything about that. Is anybody cold today? No, looks like everyone is pretty decent. So let's keep it. I actually kind of, let's stick with that. We're playing the Cleveland baseball team again.
I'm pitching.
I like how he just states what's happening. I'm pitching. Ha 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 ha. So anyone who's joining late, if you're wondering, was there any thought process behind picking the team? We're obviously going to pick Gretchen. Jimmy Rollins being my favorite all-time Philly, I was going to pick him. Jim Thome is a former Philly. And Jamon recommended a second pro. Tater said get Dimitri. I picked Jocinda because she's on the cover of this game. Canceled. I can't control what the game. I can't censor what's on the game. I probably could, but it'd just be not worth it. All right, childhood crushes facing each other, or at least Stephanie and Ernie. I don't know how compatible they would be. They would be great because she's really uptight. She really is uptight. I love Stephanie, but she's very uptight because she's just so baseball obsessed. So she could use that goofiness in her life.
I'm good.
Do you want to borrow my tennis racket? They asked that thing.
Get your head home.
All right, Ronnie got stuck on 28-26. Nice, that's a nail biter. Does she get boost for playing with him? I don't know. I never tried it. They hint that in soccer. Ah, just got out. Yes, I know what you meant. Oh wait, we're not playing 97. We can skip the home run trots. All right, we're already down, but we're not out. So
Hit it here.
she wants to dance like Uma Morris, dance like an NPC. Versus the Pats. Drew Bledsoe was like an underwhelming pro kid to have in the game because he was just a quarterback. Like that was it.
My time to shine.
Yes, I do. Ah! I'm getting trigger happy over here. Who dare says PU to me?
So wing. We want
Oh, I guess that's... Oh, I guess it's Stephanie saying it because she's the only... Because I heard them say PU in the first game against them, and she's the only non-NPC on the team. And we took away their pro player. I didn't think about that. We took away their pro player. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Nah, it's hard. Stephanie's got the best arm. Kick return, fumble recovery, TD for Kenny. Nice.
Ernie Steele's gonna give it all.
Sorry.
so wing.
Sorry, second time.
We want a batter, not a broken ladder. So wing. So wing. Hey, batter.
Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Hang on. Be a home run, please. Send it to the shed. Send it to the shed. All right, I'll take that. I forgot to pause for station ID after the bathroom. You're watching the Saturday morning special, and sometimes Joey plays.
Well, hey, kids, you're watching the Saturday morning special on Sometimes Joey Plays.
I know you guys live for that. Back in my parents' basement for the United States, my name is Joey. Sometimes I play games. You're watching the Saturday morning special. And I feel a little spicy. I think next weekend I kind of want to even start it at 8 a.m. I don't know how many of you will be up that early, but the more the better. That could be a home run. That could be a home run. It's not. Wow. It would be crazy if they implemented wind into this game.
You want to borrow my tennis racket? Come on, hurry up.
Watch out, cause the old Ernie Steele fastball's coming at you.
The old Ernie Steele fastball.
Shoes untied. No strikeout now. Your
Well, we're gonna try not to. Oh wait, no. We do want to because you know. Shoot, TD Pats. Was Tom Brady was in backyard football, right? At some point. I'm watching from bed. If you start at 8, I imagine many of you are. That's not that abnormal. Like I said, these are the Saturday morning cartoons, basically. Eventually, I'll go back into playing a different game on the SMS because I know, Ernie. Well, you're lucky there's still an out because you get to budgies. Is the same at 97 where kids don't chase home runs? I think they only chase them if there's like an actual chance that it'll die on the track. Tom was in 06 in the old. Yeah, I seem to remember Tom being in there.
Here's the batter is having some difficulty.
Eye in the ball, okay? 'Cause you might miss it. Nice.
Jim Kiley has like the most elderly sounding name in the game.
No strikeout now.
I think if you crush it, they don't chase it.
Shoes untied.
Make like a carpenter and nail it.
Come on, hurry up.
Be like a carpenter and nail it. Wow. Why? But like, again, some of these jeers are almost like in favor of the hitter. Again, the not wanting a broken ladder thing, you know, I could go on all day about that because I'd rather have the broken ladder because it could strike out because it can't swing. McNair in 02 was a beast in football, yes, and I'm now putting 2 and 2 together why it's Mr. Titans 9. I don't know why I didn't before. Yeah, he was a great, big, bulky, running quarterback. He kind of set the tone, like him and Dante Culpepper for like the big, bulky fullback at quarterback. A guy that you do not want to get hit in the face with their pads. Pablo got a 2-point conversion on the other team's attempt. Those are rare to pull off. Like in real life. I feel like we see more... Well, I guess because, you know, 2-point conversions are kind of rare in the first place. And then to, like, intercept it and take it back the whole way. And it's all or nothing. You have to take it back the whole way.
Hey, batter. We want a batter, not a broken ladder. Hey, batter.
Ah, that could be a double play. because it is. Alright, they got a power up, yay. Ronathan, you guys have the most shallow center field. Just hit it in that direction. Stephanie, I know that's not you saying PU because... Do I need to look at your stats from the other games you played in? Don't say that. Kenny touchdown, yay. Was Kenny playing running back? Kenny at quarterback would be epic because he'd have to wheel himself around and then throw the ball. That's my own fault. That was going to be a strikeout if I didn't swing. Okay, that just means that we, you know, score later. That's all. We're still going to win the game. We're still going to win the game even if we give up a home run. What do I think of Donovan McNabb? I mean, he's an all-time Eagles great. He won a lot of games. I think just sometimes we just didn't like his mannerisms. I think we wanted to see him get angry more, but I mean, he's still Donovan. He brought, you know, his era of the Eagles were one of the best eras. Yeah, it didn't result in a Super Bowl championship, but you know, anyone who says Donovan McNabb sucks in this city really needs to get a mental evaluation. And he was good in Stephanie's worst sport is baseball other than soccer. At least soccer she could be a good goalie. But I still don't understand to this day. I would hope when they're re-released they buff Stephanie. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to make her the baseball kid and she's not that. Defensively, she's amazing. But you would think, being so baseball obsessed, taking the Babe Ruth batting stance, that she would be hitting dongs.
Cause the old Ernie Steele fastball's coming at.
Like, if they were too worried about having too many, like, OP kids, buff Keisha or something, or nerf Keisha or something. Speaking of which, and you put her on the cover of the game, like.
Hit it here.
You want to borrow my tennis racket?
A nice sounding swing.
Yellow.
Except it was right to them. All right, they got to run. Let's get one back. Come on, Jacinda. Like, you're continuing to prove why you're not the real MVP. My goodness. And this guy too, Tater. This is you right here. This is your boy. Alright. I also gotta be more in the game. I'm wearing my other pair. I had to finally get my other pair of glasses that have more of a screen protection. The blue, whatever they call this. My eyes are not getting strained like they did the other day. Should I be using power for Dimitri or line drive? Kenny plays wide receiver. Nice.
That defies the laws of probability.
Shut up! You defy the laws of being good. All right, J-Roll, come on, just send it to the shed, J-Roll. Send it to the shed. Nah, I shouldn't. I chased that one. Yeah, you start to think you can hit everything when you play this. Oh my gosh. Forget Chico Stewart. Oh, Stuart Sullivan I hate. Yeah, he's... They all suck. No, Brett Olson is still the all-timer. Brett Olson took that crown from Chico. I hated Chico, but I absolutely despise Brett Olson now. With his dumb face and his afro. I appreciate your lack of cursing. Thank you, Yeti. I actually take a lot of pride in that. The only times I've had it slip once or twice. But even in the full form videos I do, I really try to avoid it. I'll only curse for like comedic, and even then I bleep it. Because sometimes I think the bleep is actually funnier than the actual curse. But no, my mom appreciates that for the same reason. And comedy, I've learned this like in comedy writing. I forgot Steph has an arm. I forgot she was catcher. Okay, cool. Would I rather Eagles draft Jared Goff instead of Wentz? No, because Carson Wentz still led them to that 11-3 record that led them to the playoffs in the Super Bowl. So no, that
But I guess not.
it's a shame how it ended, just like that inning. But no, they got the Super Bowl. So sometimes you do all these moves just for the one title and you take it. Yeah, I learned in comedy writing, if you can write without having to curse, and this goes for stand-up, this goes for TV writing, etc. If you can write without cursing, because you really have to get creative with your insults, with your everything, and there's just something funny about a grown man saying poop. There's that clip from Billy Madison where they leave the flaming dog poop bag on the guy's porch. And the old man stomps on it, and he smells his shoe, and he goes, "It's poop again! He called it poop!" Now, there's the screaming line drive, but that, in this field, is not bad. Now, if Ashley didn't have to fall there, that's probably an out. No, the only thing that went wrong, I mean, Carson Wentz, they come to find, I mean, and it's followed him in his career. He's just not the best guy in the locker room. In terms of attitude, get an out. Please get an out. Play it. Fire Engine Joey, we need you. Alright, we bring everyone in, I guess, because we really need a double play. First down on 4th. You mean you converted? See, that should not be a strike. I know that went in our favor, but that should not be called a strike. Okay. No! Ronnie, Ronnie, no, you can't be serious! Go to the shed, Ronnie! Go to the shed! Go to the shed, Ronnie! You're getting, and look what you're doing now. Now you're just glitching out. They got an out, but that was a double play waiting to happen. So Ronnie got taken off the plate, but instead responded to the action to take the ball home, and now it's 4-0. Huh? XYZ PDQ. I would love that if that happens. Oh my goodness, that was... I don't know what happened there. If that was an AI thing or the throw to Ronnie was bad. Okay, there... Huh? Oh, he threw it quickly to second. Okay. Alright, we need to string some hits. And again, we don't use power-ups. Yes, I know you can make the case that, well, Joey, if you're going to have to use the power-ups if you want to win, well... Oh my gosh, this should have been safe. I mean, this is what I get for choosing this team. Like, the team... I think the team gets, like, a C in terms of a grade. there's just not enough power. There's okay. The speed is probably below average in all honesty. I mean, who's our fastest kid? It's probably the Webbers, and that's only because they have the boost. Now this kid's going to catch it, right? Wow. Wow. What a horrible, horrible response to that inning. Jocinda's not helping out much. Dimitri has not. Does Dimitri still have a hit? Not have a hit yet? I guess Jimmy Rollins and Gretchen are our fastest players. And at some point, I might have to be honest with myself and just not make Gretchen the number 2 hitter. I mean, her being a 9-hole hitter makes sense because she's got speed. If you know, before the pitcher got removed from the National League, typically everyone put a speedy hitter at number 9. That.
I'm pitching.
Yeah, we know. I would like it if you pitched more effectively, please. TD Pat. I thought it said pants for a second.
That's what you call
Should they put DH in a new backyard baseball? That's an interesting question because I think no. I think no because the rules with DH would mean once you removed, you'd have to have a designated bullpen. It just, I don't know, I think it would just be too complicated for them to have a DH because, yeah, you could draft a 10th player, but then what happens to your pitcher? Does your pitcher go the whole way? Thank you, Gretchen, for saving that. Okay, we need to really string some hits. I think it would just make it too messy to add a DH. I know Sydney has the boost in batting, but I don't think that necessarily means power. Crap. What is with you? Joey? Joey, like, what's going on in all seriousness? Like, what is going on with you? I think because we're programmed also to think that if you put it on line drive, that means no home run, which isn't always the case. I just always looked at it as you're sacrificing power for contact. And I mean, we need base runners, so. Now this one, here's the one that needs to get it together. Oh my gosh. I know my pitch selection isn't exactly the greatest either, but. All right, fielder's choice, yay, and that's worse because now we get the slower of the two, and this guy's been absolute hot garbage buns. Wildcat Kenny touchdown. Ooh, that sounded nice. They actually had him played back, and it's a hit. Dmitry Petrovich has a hit. Hooray! Crap! Okay, whew. Okay. J-roll. The shed. Aim for the shed. Let's stick with line drive. I mean, we're getting some luck right now. Aim for the shed. That laugh is so much more maniacal with that echo. Let it go. Okay. Give me a meatball, Bosworth. Interception, Dante. Yeah, Dante was pretty good on defense, too. I had no choice but to swing at it.
Oh, shucks.
Wow. Okay. I mean, that was a good inning, but it also netted 0 runs, so...
Y'all couldn't hit your way out of a paper bag.
XYZ, DDQ.
That's really your best?
Come on, swing already.
And the thing that gets me frustrated is... Okay, we got like 3 or 4 runs when we were in Ekman Acres. Nice, you won. And here we are in the most hitter-friendly ballpark, just absolutely pooping the bed. Ronnie, shut up! I wish there was a way I could mute you. Alright, Ernie's starting to get a little wild here. We might have to bring somebody else in. He might have to be the boy that cried mommy. Yeah, Ernie's getting wild. Why can't we escape the walk? Why can't we cut that? Let's just go Ronathan.
It appears the batter is having some difficulty.
Eye in the ball, okay? It's hard.
Oh. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. Sit. What is going on with these Webbers? All right, we get that out at 7. What is going on with the Webbers? I don't get it. All right, do we pitch around her to try to set up a double play? Does it matter? Does it really matter, honestly? Because that's the other thing. The defense has been kind of sus on this team. All right, just try jamming her in there. You got 2 strikes. Just try jamming her.
Make it like a carpenter and nail it.
Wow, I know. There we go. But something's up with the Weber. I thought the Webbers were like invincible when you drafted both of them, but they've been better than they normally are, but not that much. Kenny is set to be the MVP. There we go. Oh, we have to proclaim our MVP for that Wombats run. It might have to just be Angie. I think it's Angie. I mean, she kept them in every single game. No one position player really dominated, but Angie carried the team on her back. All right, last chance for romance here in this game. Oh, that was weird. Gretchen, I don't expect much from you. Push the ball, make a long throw from third to first. Come on, come on, come on, come on! There we go. That's all I need her to do. Get on base. Ernie, we are in your backyard. Send it to the shed. Let it go. I don't like that one. Ah, that would have been a good one. All right, Joey. Watch the ball out of the pitcher's hand. That's what I have to remind myself if I play MLB The Show. Watch the hand. Man, it doesn't look like it's going to end up there. That's the thing. Ooh. Okay, Gretch, come on, come on, come on, come on. No. Oh. Okay. McNabb versus Hertz. Who's better? That's tough. They're 2 different players. I like Hertz better. I can't argue with McNabb's numbers. It was also a different era of the game. Okay, now I'm pressing right now. Let's put it back on line drive. We've had luck with line drive.
I'll get him next time.
I swing at those things because a lot of times they do end up in the strike zone, and sometimes you may as well swing and you might get contact, but sorry. Does it look like I'm clicking too early? It's hard to tell in real time. Highland Greens, Ronnie's back. Oh, Highland Greens. I would love to pick that field if they let you choose fields. Because Parks Department field number 3 got boring. Because you're playing your home games and everyone in your division. Okay, this mess again. Okay, ball. We need a big 2-out rally, man. Ugh. Lovely. I love weak contact. It's my favorite. I mean, the game is still going, but come on now. Don't you just love weak contact? All right, signaled. Let's send it to right field. Because Ernie's going to need... Even with Ernie getting the boost from playing at home, it just still seems like he's running through mud all the time. Let it go. Brett Favre, Chico Pappas versus... I hate Chico Pappas. Ah. Okay. Alright. Tying run comes to the plate, and it's... Is it Jocinda? It's Ronathan. Okay. Alright, guys. Hey, Isaac the Salsa Shark. Okay, guys. Do I swing for power with Ronnie or keep going with line drives? He's the tying run. We are in Steel Stadium. But... I don't know. I don't know yet. We have 2 outs, so I mean, it's like... kind of all or nothing at this point. Let's see. We know he can get a hold of him. I have to be selective with these pitches. That's curving. Okay, ball 1. It would be Jocinda and then Dimitri up next, and I don't have a lot of confidence in either one of them. Ah, swung too early. Swung too early. Oh, come on! All right, I have to shorten it up. I have to shorten it up. I don't have a choice. Okay, we lost. That's okay. We just play another game. Let's pause for station ID. You're watching the Saturday morning special, and sometimes Joey plays.
Well, hey, kids, you're watching the Saturday morning special on Sometimes Joey Plays.
Yeah, I got a little trigger happy at the end there, and it's a shame because as soon as I knew that ball was coming out of the hand, I knew that was going to be a strikeout. All right, well, Ernie is back on the road, and that's a shame. With 3 consecutive games at Steel Stadium, that wasn't the move. And I'm facing the White Sox again. Well, that was disappointing. But I will say this team, when hitting for line drive, is doing decent. The problem has been consistency. So let's see what we can get done here. And also, it is the guy playing the game too. Like, at some point I need to accept responsibility for this. I did. It's the weak contact that's... Wow, that girl is moving. Okay. We gotta work the count with this Melissa Waters because she is flying. Oh, wow. I'm not used to her hitting it, like, into the outfield. Ooh. Wow. Okay. What also has not been helping is the sus defense, especially by the Weber twins, when they're supposed to be these juggernauts when they play together. But at the same time, you can't win if you can't score. So
Your batting stance is illogical.
it's just when you're playing in Steel Stadium, which is supposed to be very home run friendly, and you can't get the ball. And all these kids are getting random bad days. Like Dimitri's had like 5 cold days now, it seems like. I don't think we even played 5 games yet, but you know what I mean.
Ernie Steele does it again.
Really, your best?
Do.
Don't swing! Swing!
Like, oh my gosh.
I want it to go!
Play it.
I want it
Play it. Dimitri did not have to. Jorge did that a lot in the 97 run we did. Oh my gosh. Alright, well, Jimmy Rollins, you got saved from a butt juice alert by whichever Weber's out there. Uh-oh, Henry Deschutes.
You can hit! You did! Your shoelace!
How'd they pick these names for the kids? Like, just a bunch of names and last names in a hat?
Let's go, Yellow! Let's go!
Ah, she just beat the throw.
That's the way!
Let's go, Yellow!
Let's go,
Let's
Yellow!
go, Yellow! Let's go!
I'm pitching.
Stance is illogical.
This is one of the times that if I were a cursor on this channel, I would curse right there. That is awful.
Yellow Ernie Steele run you up.
Shut up. Start hitting the ball. Well, here's one of the reasons why. It was Jim Thome who just stood there as that ball went by him.
Hey, batter, swing, batter. Whoa, batter. What you gonna do, batter?
Are you gonna pitch?
Want a batter, not a broken...
That was weird.
Hey, batter, batter, batter! Hey, batter, batter, batter!
Hey, batter, swing, batter. Whoa, batter, go, batter.
Swing.
What you gonna do, batter?
Woohoo! Swing! Don't swing! Hey, batter!
I'm getting a little irritated here.
We want a batter, not a broken ladder! We want
I want the batter, too, believe me. And then that. Then we get crap like this. But it's still an out.
We want a
You know that sometimes Joey Plays guy really isn't that good.
batter, batter, batter!
It's a good thing he's funny.
Swing! Swing! Hey, batter, batter, batter!
Hmm.
You gonna swing!
I want to swing and I want to hit it.
We want a batter, not a broken ladder!
Yay, weak contact. Is it better than striking out? Yes, but it's like such a tease. Come on, aim for that left field. That left field is so short.
Swing! Hey, batter, batter, batter!
Come on, come on. Alright. Ronathan, that left field wall is calling your name.
Hey, batter, batter, batter!
Hey, batter, swing, batter. Whoa, batter, go.
Ooh! Come on, Ronathan! Let's go! Yeah, called it, baby! Yeah! Oh, what did I say in that short, the Pokemon short? It's like when you've been holding in a poop for a long, long time during a car ride, and then, you know, you have to go through red lights and road work, and you finally get home to take it. All right, so I think that's the approach we need to take, is that left field is so short, just keep sending it to left center. But now I can't get too cocky and think that everything I hit is going to be a home run. That was much needed. Oh! Drop. How do they fall? That's the part I don't get, is the falling. Never use power was just said that. Yeah, you said that earlier. I was just getting cocky because of the home run. But we have, I think the only left-handed hitters we have are Gretchen, Jim Thome, and then Jimmy Rollins is a switch hitter, so that doesn't really count. Okay. All right, we scored runs. So that helps. It does help when you score runs in the sport of baseball. Just gotta be careful with somebody. I know with dirt yards and these other fields, you know, they have different properties to them, which I never really thought about as a kid. That's really cool, but that should not have been a base hit. Ronnie's got an arm. Nice. Nice. All right, let's get Frankled here. He's a short left field, excuse me. Foul ball. Let's foul. I wonder if anyone had that car had any damage to it. This reminds me of Gerald Field from Hey Arnold. Let's bat closed and see if J-Roll can get a hold of one. No. All right, this has happened now back-to-back innings, I guess because I'm cutting them too much, where the pitcher just does not want to throw a pitch. Okay, well. Nice! Okay, I thought that was an out. Wow, okay. Want to test this catcher? Dang. Okay. Alright, thank you for that. Second phone recovery TD on a kick return TD for Kenny. Nice. Kenny's really putting in work. Oh, let that one go. Let it go. Okay. Nice. Nice. Come on, James. Young James. Damn. Alright, fielder's choice.
Oh, Ernie Steele's gonna give it all he's got.
That's all I ask and more.
You can do it.
Hey, batter, 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 batter.
Mm.
Swing! We want a batter, not a broken
I'm actually surprised Jimmy Rollins, he should have a higher speed rating than he has, because he was very fast, especially in his early career. Nice. Okay, that should at least get... No, I don't want to risk it. Okay. Alright, Thomy. Send it. He was very good with opposite field swinging in his career. This would be a good time for that. Oh, sorry.
swing!
Hey, batter, 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 batter.
We want a batter, not a broken batter.
Are you serious? That's what you get out of that? Well, it's a line drive in the box score, as they say.
Which pin am I again?
That's like 5 belches now. I didn't realize we were keeping track or score.
We want a batter, not a broken ladder. Hey, batter, batter, batter.
Okay, contact. That catch was going to beat Gretchen. Wow. Is that going out of play? No, don't. Ernie's not the speedster.
Which pin am I again?
I don't know. Wow, Kenny's really blowing up for you there.
Batter, batter, batter. Swing, batter.
Oh! Hindsight's 2020. I should have used power there. And it's a shame because it's like on one hand it's encouraging to. Oh, I just realized something. Sorry, Jacinda should probably not be in center field. I feel like we get very seldom swings to right field. Let's put Jacinda in right.
Pure silk. XYZ, PDQ.
Gretchen would make sense in center for her speed and her glove, but her throwing is really poor. So if she had to cut off a runner somewhere, that would be not very successful. Not likely to succeed. Ah, poop. Right, I think the game is tied. The game is tied. Frankie Holly. Scotty Roth sounds like a criminal of some kind. Or he sounds like the name of a kid that your mom doesn't want you hanging out with. I don't want you around Scotty Roth. And see here again, we have 2 runs in the game. We're in dirt yards.
You can hit. XYZ, PDQ.
What does that mean?
That you will strike out sometime.
You can hit.
I have calculated that
Ah, Ernie's getting a little wild here. Yeah, XYZ PDQ, I don't know what that means. Kenny is really on fire for Kasich.
Your shoelaces are untied.
What's going on upstairs? Is someone hammering something? There we go. For some reason, it's like noise from above me really gets me distracted. All right, I feel like Jane Davis one of the ones in the championship against the Wombats.
I have calculated that you can strike out. The numbers don't lie. You want to borrow my tennis racket?
Okay.
Let's go.
All right, force out at second. Game's tied, but it could be worse.
You can't scare me, you mean old pitcher.
The pitcher's not mean. She's got a pretty nice face on. Aim for that left. 60 to nothing. Good golly gosh. That's 6. Let it go. Okay. All right. Here, let me at least take a pitch here. Okay. Oh, I took a nice little cut at the end there. All right, showing the swing up. Nice. Okay. It's not a strikeout. All right, Jacinda seems to be getting her act back together. She's hitting 300 now. Oh. Nice. Nice, Jacinda. Wow, she beat it out. We clobbered Chico. Good. Him and Fernando Diaz. This guy needs to get it together. He's had a blue day. Now I'm starting to think, did we do something, like, does he not like Hornets or something? Like, why has he been blue nearly every day? And it's funny, they play him so far back, he hasn't even really hit a ball in the... All right, so now they have a power-up. All right, I need a second here, guys. This is... What are we doing here? And I need to plug in the cooling pad. I think the computer's getting a little warm, despite the fact that the basement is fairly chilly. Now we're facing the Pats again. I guess they're divisional. The worst is when the 49ers... Nice, Jim Tomey. Thank you. The worst are when the 49ers are in your division. You gotta face them twice. Do you want to borrow her tennis racket? And what if they say yes? Okay. That actually might be that might be helpful. Actually, there's one out. There's only one out though. We can't set up a. Oh my gosh. It's like the first time a ball's gone to Jacinda. Excuse me. Excuse me, that's not a home run. That is not a home run. Did y'all mess up the texture properties there? I have no explanation for that. That's not a... Now, granted, she's probably not catching it. And granted, at least a run scores. But that's just not a home run. That was not a home run.
Get your red hot.
And now they're putting their power-ups in. And as soon as I move Jocinda to right field, now everyone wants to hit it in Jocinda's direction, right? The laws of baseball.
Sister. Let's go, yellow.
Okay, well,
Come on, hurry up.
I'm getting Ronnie back on the mound. I was gonna do Gretsch, but she's getting tired and we need her speed.
Fine job, comrade.
Wow.
Oh, hey.
Wow. Wow.
Let's go, yellow.
Wow, I'm really, this was not what I was expecting with this team. I wasn't expecting them to like clobber everybody, but this is actually pretty sad. And a screaming line drive again. So, oh, so that's not a home run, but the other one was? Relay, relay, relay. We're getting spanked. We're getting spanked! This is almost somehow worse than that power outage team.
You want to borrow my tennis?
And there's still only one out. Yep, blood juice alerts all over the place.
Your batting stance is illogical.
Teddy Weddy Tackle Wackle!
Come on, swing already.
My goodness. My goodness. I'm waiting for the day that someone enters the chat saying, wow, you suck. That hasn't happened yet. And I mean, if they do, like, who cares? It's really not that serious. And I know, like, it's just a game. Gosh.
Batting stance is illogical.
Your shoelaces are untied.
And this really got unraveled with that Frank Thomas home run, which wasn't a home run. All right, and out. Yay. Kazak, I don't know if you're aware, like we're playing like absolute excrement right now. This is, my gosh.
Like a carpenter and nail it.
You want to borrow my tennis racket?
Oh, they're just batting practice right now.
Wait.
Thank you. Oh my goodness, an 8-run inning. I can't afford to swing for power. Like there's Joey, what are we doing here?
We want a batter, not a broken ladder. Swing.
Oh my.
You can do it.
At this point, I'm just looking forward to editing the rest of the Pokemon video.
We want a batter, not a broken ladder. Aw, shucks.
It is a dark day on SJP, you're right. Like, all you can do is hope you get on base. Like, you can't really swing for the fences. Well, I'm definitely going to step outside after this because, you know, spending, oh wow, sorry, quarter after 12. You know, spending a lot of time here in the basement can do things to a man. Strike 3 of course.
I can't believe I struck out. I mean, I thought at least I get contact.
Yeah, I thought you could at least get contact too. And we still have to pitch another inning to the White Sox.
We want a batter, not a broken ladder. Hey, batter, batter, batter. Whip.
Thanks, J-Man. Appreciate that.
It appears the batter is having some difficulty.
Come on, hurry up. I involved, okay?
Nice swing.
I'd rather watch you lose than some jerk win. Oh, it's pretty sweet.
Your batting stance is illogical.
No problem, Big J. I like how that's starting to like stick too. Like I said, in real life, I am 6'2". I mean, I've got a big frame. I get called big guy all the time, which, like, if a stranger in public, like, excuse me, big guy, and I know it's meant to be like endearing, but I'm not always the biggest fan of it.
Your batting stance is illogical.
Come on, come on. I just want the game done at this point. Okay, cool.
I got you.
Yeah, she did. Great job. Now let's score some runs. We have a lot to score, too. Like, a lot. Okay, yeah, so I'm noticing a glitch now. If you try to skip the cutscene at the start of an inning, the pitcher is just going to be stuck. Oh, boy. Nice. Yay. I'm 6'2". It's the best height. It is. It is a good height. Not too... You're tall, but not like a tower. I'm sure if you're like me, you get, you know, sweet elderly ladies at the supermarket. Excuse me, can I have you reach something for me, please? And I say, oh, you want to borrow my towel? Sure. Or I see someone struggling, and I just walk over and grab, like, that big can of corn on the top or whatever that they want. Like, oh, thank you. Since you're here, can you grab this, too? I'm like, yep, it's my job. Interception, Pablo.
I'm gonna backhand this one over the net. I mean, fence.
Get it? Because she likes tennis. I really want to get back to Pokemon. And the thing that I'm kind of having, like, grappling the terms with is that now, because of the channel, I don't even necessarily want to play it all. Like, if I'm going to play VGC battles, I may as well record them at this point. I mean, I guess I could play on my own and, whoops, and, like, not, record them, but, excuse me, at this point. Touchdown center Amir, what did he do? Did he recover something? Why am I... Okay, go. Get one big. Get an extra... Okay, yay. I think that's a run. Yay. That cuts the lead to 7. I have a 6'8" wingspan. I haven't measured mine. And you know what they say about guys who are tall with big shoes, right? Big shoes, big socks. Yeti, after this, I have to prep my church bulletin and the slides. That's like part of my Saturday schedule. It's a lot of fun. To write the bulletin, there's a lot of power in that bulletin. I could say the opening hymn is X gonna give it to you, and we have to do it. It's on the bulletin. It says so. They don't need to. What's going to happen here is, because it happens all the time, we're going to score like 4 runs, and then that's it. Why is this contact so bad? Bounce off Kenny to Amir. Those are fun. Somebody's got Amir at center. Is Amir... Who's your kicker? Ooh! See? I told you. Alright, so now it's 10-6. We still have 2 outs. Yeah, church bulletins are fun. Before I took over doing the bulletin in 2021 when our senior pastor retired, but he's still a deacon and still regularly attends. And then the junior pastor became the senior pastor because the retired pastor's family moved out of the parsonage. It wasn't like the son could be there every day to do the bulletin, so I did it, and I changed it from like the boring typewriter font to like sans serif and things like that, and it's nice and pleasant on the eyes. Luann is the kicker. Yeah, she's pretty good at that. So we need a 4-run rally now with 2 outs. Make that 3.
Did I hit it?
No, you didn't, Jimmy Poppins. Okay, so a midday here on the stream. Wow, 2 and 3 actually. And I mean, that's okay. It's not, you know, the end of the world. You know, we'll play more of these another time. You know, late night last night. And just trying to get everything settled here. Some of you might know what's coming, and if you don't like it, 'cause I'd already know. Da 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 da. Okay, all right. Yeah, I know people left when I sing. That's fine. I still like it, and that is it for today's Saturday morning special. It is no longer the morning. And keep an eye out for whenever I decide to do another something. Okay. All right. Good day, everybody. Bye.
Well, hey, kids, you're watching the Saturday morning special on Sometimes Joey Plays.